Okay, I think we are live, so I'll bring us in right here. There's our fancy intro.
Welcome to the Life in Lawn Care podcast. We're your host, Jesse James. Interviews industry leaders all the way down to the new business startups, also sharing stories of his own to help you with information, inspiration, all motivate you with your life in lawn care. Now, let's get into the show. Here's Jesse James.
Everybody, welcome back to the Life in Lawn Care podcast. And thanks to Mike Gunn for Get It Done with Gunn and Gunn Landscaping for doing that fancy little intro. Makes us feel like we're the real deal. I'm sitting in my studio. We got our friends, the Ranger and the King of all lawn care, Brando, with us here. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. Going to find out who Ranger is, find out what's up with the Handy Stars. Just kind of a little bit different. I want to do do a live podcast, kind of do something a little bit different. So without further ado, Ranger, want to introduce yourself to, well, everybody's popping in here. They already know who you are, but for the people listening at home afterwards.
Oh yeah. For everybody that don't know me, this is Ranger. Ranger does what he wants. And I'm part of the Lawn Stars and Handy Stars.
He is part of it. Is there any way you can bring your mic closer? I can barely hear you.
Right here,
Sure.
There you go.
Apples.
There you go.
I didn't think was going on yet. I was just listening to Ranger and his upbringing, and I couldn't wait.
Yeah, let's hear about it. When you're part of you run the Handy Stars channel, which you guys do a little bit of everything. Have you always been like a contractor, or you always been in the service industry?
Since getting out of school, I went with these group of guys, joined a little lawn service, and I worked there a couple of years. I worked my way up to like a supervisor.
He was a supervisor.
So I got to run my own crew and pick my own employee. Got to go with me that day.
And what can we? This never does it justice. When we talk about the old Hell lawn service that we work for, we can never do it justice. We can never explain how bad it was. But this guy right here was a crew chief, a crew leader, and I always wanted to go with him because we knocked out some yards like you wouldn't believe. Ain't that right, Mayor? I see he's out there. Okay, go ahead.
We would actually bang through some yards. You know, we would just blow them out.
So that's what was it about? Right in high school or after high school?
This is right after high school.
You ain't kin now, you twos?
No, we're best
Why do I
friends.
go when I go to the mic? My face goes out.
Jesse needs to change his little.
Well, if you would move
view.
that the clamp it over here.
The clamp it.
The clamp it?
What were we saying?
He's fixing his mics. There we go.
But now it's right in front of the. Now what were we saying?
Well, when you guys got together after high school, what's your what's your deal?
Yeah. We started mowing with. He is a brother, by the way.
There you go.
But yeah, so we started working for this guy, and he would take any yard, like because he didn't give a shit. He
Yeah,
wasn't doing them.
Truly shit yards. A bunch of shit yards.
Yeah, it's $1 million company.
Yeah.
That we work for, but crackheads.
Right.
Galore.
Yeah. People didn't care about the equipment. They didn't really. They abused it. They got through in the boxes. And they flip mowers.
They steal shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they would steal the shit, go sell it for pawn it.
Right. Yeah, the thing about it, there's like in the service industry, I'm going to do a podcast on that topic because if you read anything by Carl Jung, it talks a lot about the shadow and the unconscious and conscious mind, where a lot of people get caught in addiction and alcoholism. And well, a lot of times if you're in the service industry, you get stuck with a lot of these guys, but like we have to deal with these people all the time. And I just think even being a good leader versus a great leader, a lot of people ain't.
Even with us mowing, there was 2 or 3 other crew chiefs.
Right.
And one guy was alcoholic. he couldn't survive without drinking beer
Yeah.
Loved 'em.
and driving around.
We love these guys.
Yeah,
Right.
I
Yeah, I know a
These
guy.
guys were older at the time. You know, they kind of took us in and taught us stuff. And
Yeah, and I tried drinking in the truck, on the way to a yard.
How'd that go
Yeah.
for you?
I squeezed it one day. I was like done with it, and it went everywhere, all over the cab, because I just wanted to do that.
it erupted.
And I said, I'm done, And our friend ended up ratting us out and saying we were drinking in the truck, and it was a good friend, and he was a snake in the grass. But
Yeah, yeah.
We'll talk more about the snake Friday.
Yeah.
Well, when you there you go. So you guys are just out. All right, let me piece this together. Y'all just get out of high school. You start working for another guy doing lawn care. Everybody
Yeah.
else is on drugs. You guys try drinking, and then
We were on drugs. Too.
Oh no, we
Go
we
ahead.
was already drinking. We've been drinking since like 13.
right, okay, then was that the catalyst of saying like, wow, look at the money you can make in this business, but we can do this better than this guy we're working for.
Yeah.
Why don't we just do our own shit?
Can I tell
Well,
you something intimate?
actually-
Go ahead, and then
I was 17 at the time. I'd done been there 2 years to earn my supervisor status. So I would get from December 24th to March 1st off with pay.
salary.
It was
Yeah.
I got paid salary just because in the summertime I'd work the 60 to 70 hour days. I'd work the daylight to dark,
Right.
getting these yards done for this guy.
Working in the shop while all of us are getting off work.
Yeah, I'd have to go sharpen the blades and all the, I had to stay over and do all the help with the maintenance,
sucker.
the maintenance of the actual mowers and stuff. But
Working hard.
when I did that the first year, I started building houses on the side and get that paycheck. So I knew when I started building houses that I loved it.
Yeah.
When I
See
when
that.
I was just mowing, I would just listen to music, and it was just I don't know. I love mowing because you can think about so much stuff or listen to just different. You can get a lot of stuff done inside your own head.
Yeah.
Well, that leads into what I was saying is the passion that, you work so hard, and then one day you look off, you're on the back deck of this fucking guy's property, and you look off and you go, I want to start my own lawn care.
Yeah.
That fire that's
Yeah.
one day, but I don't know how. I'm a poor motherfucker.
Right.
See,
Yeah,
like-
I know how it is, man. So that's what you looked at it and you just like, did you grow up as a contractor? Was your dad a contractor, or you just fell
my
into
dad,
it?
My dad actually worked for people that actually built houses. He wasn't a contractor. He actually drove a truck most of his life and raced cars.
Oh, that ain't bad at all, though.
Yeah.
So that's what give you the catalyst to go into that business too. Then you were mowing grass. You seen bigger, higher profit margins.
I
And you-
was just chasing money. I was just a kid then. There was no really thought of no business or I was just hustling, chasing money.
Right. Yeah, there definitely ain't nothing wrong with that. So how'd that go for you? At what point did you say, I want to make this legitimate, make this work, or did you continue to work with that guy for a while?
I continued to work with building the houses for the next probably 6 or 7 years. With the guys, I quit the mowing business.
That's what he was asking.
People are saying they can't hear.
Well, fix your microphone.
Well, I mean, like, do
I
need
can
to
hear-
turn
I
it
can hear you.
up? Do I
Yeah,
need to
turn it up a little bit. I can hear you. Turn that gain up.
Why are you humiliating us like this? This is bullshit. This is my debut in the podcast world, and you're doing
Try
this
it. Try it again. We'll edit it out.
Hello,
to me? He's
hello.
sweating.
I can hear you fine.
He's nervous as fuck
Give everybody a mic check.
right now. No.
Mic check, everybody.
Check Mike.
I can hear it.
Oh.
I think Acme couldn't hear, but
Oh, of course he couldn't hear it. It's the mayor. He's probably fucking got his earplugs in still. Yeah, look, for anybody that can hear us, and I hope you can, we're with the legend, the myth, the outlaw of Lawnland, Jesse
James.
And
you guys just mentioned, you guys did, that brings it to mind though. you guys said that doing a bunch of shit yards, and that's kind of where I find myself. And you guys been in the business for a long time, and I feel like I'm doing these shit yards. Sometimes it just feels like let me preface. I like mowing grass. Mowing grass is fun, but it gets monotonous. And sometimes I don't take any kind of pride. I'm working for someone who has a shit weedy yard. They tell me to cut it as short as possible so they don't have to pay weekly. And it's like, it's a customer. I know I can't see myself. I know I can't see myself growing in this with these guys. So I know they're not going to be around for very long, but I need to make the income for this year. I find myself not taking any kind of pride and getting aggravated while I got to go in there. This is why I think I hit a wall this summer. I hit this fucking wall, and I was just like, I ended up dropping a couple people, and I don't know if that's just a natural.
Yeah, how old are you?
30.
Okay, when you get 40, you're going to hit an unbelievable wall.
Oh, yeah. How's that go? Let's drop us some knowledge with it.
You know the burnout?
Right.
It's starting at the fucking spring.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you mow. Especially if you mow.
And if you drive 30 minutes away or 45 minutes away, it's like, that's the worst. Sitting in the truck, driving. Yeah, I've got to go to the rich side of town. I can't stay where I live in the park.
Yeah.
Right. I know the feelings. Like when I hear a lot of people talking about all the route density and all this, I'm looking around. I'm like, I live in a trailer park. So it's like, but last video I created was like talking about there is money for me to make here, but I got to do something towards like what Ranger's doing and do more.
Well, you have to start somewhere. I mean,
Right.
With the shit yards, you have to start somewhere.
Right. I agree. Go ahead. No, I thought you were on. I thought you were going to talk about it. Yeah. No, I definitely agree. Because
whose podcast is this? Go ahead.
With the shit yards, though, the guy that we work for also had some beautiful yards. So, we would landscape. They would do all the bushes. They would do everything.
Right.
You know.
The upsells with all of it. I definitely agree. But what I want to talk about too is what pushed you to get seriously into contractor doing more handyman services.
As I got older and working for people, it pissed me off because I was working for them, making them the money, and it was my hands that did it. It was my know-how.
Right.
You should have seen that he was a cat. He climbed anything, when he's building. I was like, I wouldn't even get up there. It's crazy. Go ahead.
I try to learn every aspect of my my field.
His field.
Right.
So
did you work? Did you hire someone that already knew kind of how to build, so you kind of just like was able to learn as you went, or?
Well, no. I worked with people over the years. It took me working with several different people doing several different jobs. Like I worked with a cabinet maker to learn how to hang cabinets.
All right.
I worked with a sheetrock guy, and then I finally got with a guy that did everything like I did.
Plumbing, electric.
So when I started doing that for him and doing a lot of maintenance and a lot of stuff, I started when I lived in West Palm Beach, Florida, doing just everything.
Oh,
And
Florida. When did you take off to Florida?
I took off to Florida. When did I take off? I was probably 26 years old.
Okay.
And I was making good money here. But my older brother, C-Money, that you see on the Handy Stars,
Right.
saw this ad in the paper, said that they would put you up for 2 weeks and train you to build these screened enclosures around the pools in Florida after Hurricane Katrina hit. So they talked me into going with them, and I was like, hell, I'll just go down there and stay 6 weeks, check it out, come back. Hell, I was making $1,000 a week back in the 90s or 2000. It was right around 2005.
Right. Bush was in office.
2005. So I just up and take off to Florida because I found out my wife was kind of playing around, cheating.
Fucking.
Right. Unfortunately, yeah.
So I take off to Florida and just to hang out with my brother, clear my mind, see what.
What else did you do in Florida?
Well, that was after the divorce.
He had fun. Let's just say
So,
that.
so we go down there and we start building these screened enclosures around these pools, and these things are massive. These things are as big as the house most of the time. They're anywhere from
You had Abraham up there. too.
20,000. Abraham, come with me. These enclosures was anywhere from $20,000 to $100,000
Wow.
easily. So we trained for about 3 days, and I was already a builder. I had been a builder since I was 18, 19 years old.
So it somewhat just come natural for you.
Yeah, so I just kind of seen how they put it together, how they cut it. All I really needed to know was what they used, what kind of blade, blah, blah, blah.
Right. Now, was
After-
C-Money, did he already have it? Because you said you went down there with him.
Yeah.
Now, was he already a business owner? Did he already have a C-Money contracting? or-
He did. Him and his buddy that actually went with us was an older friend of his. They'd already been in business, and they had a lawn service. They done a lawn service, and hell, they mowed a trailer park. They was doing pretty good.
Yeah.
And then, you get contracted out. People try to downplay you. You know.
You can always do good in the trailer park. I mean, if you need money,
There's a kid that lives in my trailer park, Braxton. He runs his whole park. I can't get a yard in here. He owns it. He's on like 10.
Well, see, that's what a lot of people start doing their own yards. We was mowing like the empty lots. They had like fields,
Yeah.
just waiting for trailers or people to move in. They were selling the lots. So we had it forever until people actually brought their trailers in and it kind of took over and mowed their own. So
Right, I definitely understand. So how long was you in Florida? You moved down to Florida to build for Hurricane Katrina. I'm sure it's a lot of insurance jobs, so it's
yeah.
guaranteed money, stable money.
There's a lot of crook too. A lot of crook and a lot of con.
Yeah, as long as you're on the
Cons.
receiving end of it.
In Florida, when I first got there, we started making money hand over fist. I got paid every other day, it seemed. Like I could make these. And when I went to Florida, I was young and stupid. And let me tell you why. Instead of me being the boss back then, I just did a split amongst 5 people.
Y'all split it right up.
I split it equally with these fools.
Every job.
Every job.
That's crazy. And they didn't know what they were doing.
I had to train these fucking fools every day, it seemed like.
Yeah. Sounds like you got a lot of resentment still.
It wasn't resentment, but I could have made so much more money. But everybody made good money. I'm going to tell you, everybody made good money. We was making anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 a piece every 3 days.
That's enough to live on. Yeah. How was your experience
So,
down there?
Back
A lot of money
then-
for a young man, a single young man.
Back then, you got a bunch of fly-by-night contractors, just like Jacob said, ripping people off. They're coming in, and let me tell you, the company that I worked for forever, they did this shit. They sent their salesperson out and collected all the startup checks. Try to use this other company's license. They collected all the startup checks and they took off and run from this company.
Jeez. So there's a
They
bunch
took
of hustlers.
millions. Dude, this dude took millions and fucked some people over.
The seedy side of Jesse James.
Well, this was a year into us building. Shit went haywire.
Right. Was you connected with that contractor that was ripping people off?
No, he's the owner of the company that
Okay.
I was working for.
It would soon disappear.
Yes.
Yeah. So that put you in a spot then, huh?
Oh yeah, it put us in a spot where we had to do all kind of different stuff, and they cut my percentage from 20% of the job to 15%.
So what'd you do? You're splitting all this money up, so you pretty much probably got nothing saved up, nothing banked.
Well, luckily for us, C. Marty and his buddy, we're gonna call him Ron Jeremy. Ron Jeremy, they had the secretary all hemmed up. You know, kind of messing with her, and she would give us all the good jobs.
Good hustle.
So we pretty much took anywhere from the $40,000 to $50,000 jobs on up, and we would go build those.
Yeah.
Tell them where you were in Florida.
We lived in West Palm Beach, and it was party central every night of the
They
week.
had fun.
So how was that? How was it as a single young man making a $1,500 a week?
Single young man.
Me and Abraham went crazy. So luckily we're alive today. Just put it that way.
Yeah, especially Abraham.
So well, I would assume. So how long was you down there for?
I was down there for. We was down there for about a year, and then everybody left me. I met a girl down there. And then I stayed for another 2 years. So I was down there for a total of like 3 years.
So that's where your business actually started. You kind of like
that's where I started. Where I learned. When I lived in Georgia, I learned the actual the framework.
right.
When I actually got to Florida, I got to figure out and do a lot more finish. Like the
Finish contractors, you can make real good money.
And I found out, yes, the finish work paid a lot more than me framing that damn house. So when I come back here, I moved back here and I worked for a guy named Chip Abels, and I got to paint for him and his family, and we painted most of the stuff here in Chattanooga, like a lot of the new offices and these towers with these apartments. And I got to work with him for a while, and then he wanted to branch off because he knew I knew a lot more.
He knew it was danger coming then.
Well, yeah, he knew something. He was probably wanting to branch off from his family.
Right.
You know. So we laid a tile job for him, me and C Money did one time, and I looked at C Money and I said, let's just do this on our own.
Right, exactly.
I said, what's stopping us? I said, all we gotta do is get out there and beat the bushes. And the first friggin' 5 years was a struggle.
How'd that go? What was some of the worst parts about business?
The worst parts about business is you think you got something, you're sitting there thinking, oh yeah, I'm fixing to get this startup check, we're gonna eat.
Yep.
And somebody else just come through and underbid you just by a few dollars.
Yeah, that's one thing I didn't realize. Like when I was doing these big bids for like nursing homes and all these different places, and it was like literally by $20 was making the difference. Because I would ask, I built a decent relationship with these managers, and a simple $20 bill broke it to where it's like,
Yeah.
But I definitely learned a lot. So what's something in your first couple of years of startup that was your worst? Something that you said, this is the worst mistake I've ever made. I need to get out of here.
You know what? I didn't really think it was the worst. I had C Money to talk. I wasn't a very person to person talk. I don't really like to
introvert.
Yeah, I really didn't until Brando used to pull it out of me, pull a lot of shit out of me.
Yeah.
But as far as just talking to a stranger shit, that was like never me until recently. And then I always had C Money. He would talk and I would work. I'd be like, dude, you go bullshit. You go get that check.
Right.
And he's good. He's real good.
C Money's a hell of a salesman then.
Oh yeah. He's the little sales pitch. It makes it a whole lot better.
For handyman services, what's the best way that you guys have found that for your marketing techniques or to find more jobs?
Well,
it seems like you're always busy doing different shit all the time.
Well, I looked up 8 years ago and run across a guy that property manages.
He's been good to you.
So he property manages 170 properties. So that trickles down my way.
And he keeps getting new places.
So he keeps getting more and more new places.
So he's a landlord, and
yeah,
then
he's a property manager's
Massive.
landlord. It just really, it's fun.
You've been blessed.
How'd you come across that guy?
He put an ad in a paper wanting somebody to come check out some apartments to do some remodel. Well, me and C Money's already been in the business for a while.
Yeah.
And we already had a run with some apartments, and I didn't like the way apartments did their business. All they wanted to do was Band-Aid. Let's just put a Band-Aid over it, and we'll get some money in the budget. I was like, that's not the way I work.
Right.
I'll come in here. I will do it one time for this amount, and it'll be fixed. So we got out of the apartments.
Try not to jam your mouth into the mic.
We got out of the
That's good.
apartments, and then we went to. We finally went over there and checked it out. You know, it had been a year or so since we've been out of the apartment, so we went over and checked it out. He had to add the paper. Well,
Right.
he had 2 apartments, and he had 2 bids. He had our bid, somebody else, and he let us do 1 in 1 apartment just to try us out. Well, he ended up loving our work. You know, all the way down to the cleaning. He was like, "Shit, y'all got the rest of them." So as people would move out over there, he would update them. They was
Right.
like 1970s, had the low green cabinets in them and stuff. So he would update the cabinets, the countertops, bathrooms, you know, the whole 9 yards.
We kept feeding you work.
So yeah, we knew there was 24 apartments in there that had to be remodeled. So, and then we found out that he had more property.
So that's been your bread and butter then.
Oh,
to
yeah.
kinda keep you
Let's
guys sane. You
do-
still work? You have to still work with that guy?
Oh yeah, we get phone calls every day.
So
You
that,
wouldn't-
that right there, do you use any like media marketing, you know, via Facebook, Google My Business, any of the fancy places nowadays?
I post some pictures and stuff on Facebook, but I don't even need. I don't need the business. You know.
Right.
I'll try to do extras for people like we throw darts with or something that people want a deck or something. But like as far as staying busy, we stay covered up.
You know, a good finished contractor is always got something on, which is the reason why I like talking to you, because with the handyman services and the areas that you guys don't live in a real wealthy up class area. In my area around here, about $40,000 a year household median income.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it like, if I only say that I want to do mulching and pruning and mowing grass, I'm gonna go broke. Not because I don't work hard enough. It's just I don't want to travel any further than what I'm traveling. Like I'm already driving like an hour to different places, and it's just silly. Whenever I can condense it to my area,
Right.
I can pick up some handyman services, and because I come from a construction background, like when I struggled with my drug addiction and the issues that I went through, I bounced from employer to employer and employer, which
Yeah.
is a bad thing, but I picked up a lot of skill set along the way.
Right.
I'm glad you come all the way you have, Jesse. I love,
I've made
it.
a-
I love
I've-
your story, man.
I made a heck of a turnaround, and that is one thing that I want to kind of talk with
You
other
know,
people
you did
about
it-
on YouTube.
You did it young, and that you know, a lot of people don't know. I ain't never really battled something like that, and I've done a lot of drugs.
You know, I've done,
But-
yeah.
But I did it when I was younger, and it
Right.
was like out of my system.
He did a lot of drugs, and that was yesterday.
Yeah, it was just yesterday. Yeah.
No,
No,
back- yeah,
I
back-
did a lot of silly shit. We did a lot of silly shit when we was younger. You know, we liked to drink and experiment. You know, just like no more than anybody else.
But luckily, not anymore. We've kicked the habit.
You're right.
Right. I definitely turned it around, and that's one thing I want to focus on is like being a decent leader or versus a great leader. And I feel like when I mentioned Carl Jung, people in here, I'm sure who Carl Jung is. He talks about the shadow. He talks about the shadow, that your unconscious mind. If you don't control your unconscious mind, it will control your conscious, and you don't even
Right.
know what's happening. So you blame it on, oh, that's just my history. That's my destiny. That's just who I am. People in my family's always, you hear this a lot. People in my family's always been alcoholics. People in my family's always been like this. It's hereditary.
Bullshit.
Yeah, it ain't hereditary. So I
Dude.
feel like going into the
Yeah.
service industry, you can
Yeah.
take these experiences and this knowledge and be like, hey, this is who you really are, and
Right.
help a lot of people. So I am happy that like I experienced what I experienced, it's, even whether it be sleeping in abandoned houses just to
Right.
come up with enough money for some dope, or make it full circle.
Oh, that was a look when we worked at the Hell Lawn Service. The crack dealer lived right across the street.
Yeah.
You know how many paycheck that he had before
Just
Friday
collect.
was up? He had their paycheck come fucking Monday or Tuesday.
And that's it. It is what's sad to see it in the in the
Six
in
bows,
the industry.
6 bows running across the street there after work.
Yeah, they run across the street every day, dude. Just
Yeah.
probably begging for it.
Shout out to Ray Ray.
Shout out Ray Ray. What's happening? Cuz
Ray's, man, I want to get him up on here. I want to talk to him. I want to have a sit down with Ray. I'm trying to get with Ray, actually. He's helped me out. Ray's helped me out a lot behind the scenes. I mentioned that in my last video too.
I want to go check him. I want to go see him. I want to go sit down with him like one-on-one.
What you were saying though, Jesse, I'm connecting to you. I'm like, sometimes you have to just be still. You know, you gotta, whether it be in your house or cook out, or you just gotta be still and know you're gonna come through. You know, you gotta know there's a bigger power out there.
Yeah,
You're gonna
a
come
mindset.
through. You just, but that's easier said than done.
True.
Yeah.
You can go check out Roy Masters, and he'll tell you a lot more about that than I can.
Roy, man.
Yeah.
What's your story, Brando? You're kind of the sad clown that we see on
Well,
on
no, that's what's
YouTube
being
all the time.
betrayed by the serpent. But that's not true, Jesse.
What's your story, bud?
Well, as far as what?
Well, I don't know. You're on here. Let's hear you.
I was
Oh.
here supporting my boy over here.
Yeah, he just wanted to come intrude and
Yeah, but-
support Ray.
But I mean, I will tell you, I guess my story is I love lawn care so much. I want it to go to the next level.
What's
You
the
know?
next level? What's
You
that
know,
look like?
Lawn care is, to the outside eye, lawn care is boring.
Right.
You know, it just doesn't have the appeal because it's not spiced up like a TV show would be. But if you had it spiced up a little, you know, and that's been my dream forever for some damn reason, is to
Spice
make
it
lawn
up.
care greater than it is. And I don't understand it, but I'm going to try to fulfill it. But
Well,
that's my
I
story.
definitely enjoy your Andy Kaufman-esque,
Thank you.
Artie Lang type. You have a different style. You have an older comedian style way of doing things,
Yes,
God bless
yes,
you.
yeah.
and it's
It's
definitely
funny.
different.
It's funny you pick up on that too.
Let's not pick up on it too much.
Yeah, we don't want to reveal your secrets. But anyway, so you guys move back from Georgia. You have this experience. You hook up with this guy that's a
Okay, look.
a developer.
In the meantime, hold on. In the meantime of all this shit, of us
Hold
growing,
on.
of us growing up, in the meantime of all this shit, we actually do a business all along for 17 years.
Mm.
Me and Brando have
Tell
done
them about drum roll.
we have done a business together for 17 years, and we didn't realize it. We worked in a haunted house together for 17 years.
A haunted house.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
we
How did
started.
that? Wait, 17
Okay.
years. You guys had to be in your early 20s or so then to
We
start.
was 14 or 15 in the
We
backyard.
went to 2009.
In the backyard, smacking people's feet. We started out in the backyard with a haunted house, and then we started running our own production.
But guess who the wizard was? The professor.
So it's
Over
the-
all this.
Yes,
Wait, you just started. Wait. How
No,
did?
no,
Wait,
Big
no.
Mo.
who came up with the idea to start a haunted house?
Big Mo started the haunted house. We worked in it.
No, hold on.
Or
I'll
we-
tell you. And I'm going to go right to your carpentry, your legendary carpentry.
Go ahead.
So he put us in a box with our hand coming up through another little box and handing people candy. As what was the fucking hand on Addams Family?
Yeah, the hand.
Thing
The
or
thing.
whatever. But anyway,
This started out
yeah.
Big Mo Brandon.
Me and Abraham would
Just
get in his
handed out
chest,
candy.
and he it was actually slave work. I mean, it was horrible. Like we were little kids, and it was like working all through the night, and like being in that sweat, you know, couldn't breathe in that box. And
Yeah,
but Big Mo felt it necessary we continue and get this job done.
just
So
going.
keep building this
Just keep
haunted
going.
house.
And then
So-
it come all the way to where Big Mo was hiring Ranger to build
Yes.
big facades that were 2 stories high.
Yes.
You guys just didn't have like a little walkway where you
No.
would go.
It's,
You would
it-
pay, people would pay
Okay,
to come
first
in.
off,
in the
and
backyard. In the backyard, it was free.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the backyard, it was a free little
We
walk-through
get
deal.
pizza. We get pizza.
You got to walk through for free, and we'd scare the shit out of you. It was
Okay.
black plastic hallways. You got some gruesome scenes. You got a lot of action. Just starting out in the backyard until we had a full-on production. Like we rented a building. We went full-on scale where people paid to come see us.
Now, how long did that last for at that level?
At that level, it lasted what?
I don't know.
10 years.
Look, we started in 2001 and went to 2009.
Yeah.
Just
Good
professionally.
run.
Professionally.
Just commercially.
Yeah.
But in the backyards, we were doing it for years.
Yeah.
Before that. What was I going to say about the?
You guys are some creative mother.
Okay.
Wait.
I can't remember.
Okay.
What about the wrestling? Would you guys?
Okay,
You had a haunted
let's
house. You started a wrestling rink.
In 2000, we was making pretty good off the haunted house. So big.
Oh, yeah, and A&E would soon come to the building we were doing the haunted house. A&E would be a year after we left there.
Yes.
They would be A&E, the station, would be there filming
They
for a
film.
security reality show.
Yeah.
We just missed it by a year. They would have been on us on
Yes.
the haunted house because
They'd have been all
smoking
over us.
dope back there. And go ahead.
But anyway, the year is 2000, and we just got done with the haunted house, and all of us was like really fucking hating it because it was just going to be a year for us to see each other again, like some of our other buddies.
Yeah.
So
He's asking about the ring.
Big Bro buys a ring and a set of bleachers, and just tells us out of the blue one day,
You're wrestlers.
by the way, I bought a ring and a set of bleachers. Y'all need to start training.
You
for
guys are
wrestling."
Yeah.
really creative hustlers, is what you are. But you're on at this time. You're being slaves for Big Mo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it was fun. We thought we were young.
we
You know,
was
had
we
a lot
was
of energy.
20 years old at the time.
So I forgive Big Mo now. if
Yeah.
he's hearing this.
Yeah, we was 20 years old at the time, and we went to training and started wrestling for our own show
Yeah.
called DSW, Dark
And
Side Wrestling.
Ranger hurt me.
That was your
severely.
promotion?
Yeah.
Ranger cracked something in my body a couple times.
This fool right here, I would say, let's go practice, and
Oh yeah, so we just go in cold and wrestle.
he would like to go in code and just like
Just
fucking.
do it.
How long did you guys have the ring before you started saying, "All right, now we're ready. We need to monetize what we got going on, so we're going to start inviting the public"?
About
Right off.
about
No,
5 minutes.
no,
What was
yeah,
your character, the Masked Ranger? Then
I was Damnation.
yeah.
Damnation.
No, I wore the mask and I wrestled under Damnation.
Yeah.
And Brando.
Love Lane.
Love Lane. Yeah, I seen the videos of it.
I
So
had a robe and the whole deal. I'd come to do the Ric Flair type thing, I guess you'd say.
was you? You seem like your character. Oh yeah, you kind of did in the videos I seen. You kind of dig beg and plead like the coward, and then get up
Yeah.
and be the
Well,
heel. And
yeah, well, no, he kicked.
You
my
were-
ass
yeah,
all
you
over
seem
the
like a good
ring
heel.
constantly. You know.
Hey, we could even go further back than that. We used to hang out at the pool hall. What we was,
What, you want to go back there?
we could.
let's hear the pool hall. I mean, we're already unorthodox and way off track anyhow.
Well, we knew a guy that owned a pool hall,
Yeah,
and that was going to be our hangout, of course. You know, he had arcade games.
that was the place. That was the meeting place to find where the party was and what was. And,
Can I tell him about my security job?
yeah,
Tell us
Now,
about your
next
security
week at the
job.
pool hall.
yeah, you
Just
can.
real fast though. I had a security job where I was security. I was in this like remote place out in the middle of this bad neighborhood.
Pinkerton.
So I would get the gatehouse guard to clock me out whenever I was supposed to clock out, but I'd be gone 7 hours. It got to where I was gone 7 hours. No, wait. I was supposed to work a 12-hour shift. I was gone like 11 hours of that.
So you
And I
hadn't
would go to
always
this
been a
pool
long
hall
hair.
and buy this man Cokes and stuff. I'd go to Walmart and buy him Cokes for his pool hall.
We would load up an El Camino full of
And
drinks.
the damn cleaning service of the security place saw me at Walmart. And I said, no, but we can get to that story at another time.
Oh,
What
my
happened.
God.
It was
She snitched you
glorious.
out. She snitched you out.
They switched
Look.
Gatehouse to a spy, to a wheel.
Look,
they
you
switched
just-
it to a wheel.
You just opened up a spider web, Jesse. There's a whole kind of ventures that you could go down with us. Like there's the pool hall days, there's the wrestling days.
Well, here's the thing. I want to find out what makes
Cocaine.
you guys what makes it is, and it's a collection of all these little stories, and what makes you who you are, because you guys are creative hustlers. Whether you
Yeah.
want to say Big Mo pimped you out for slavery or
dude, we've always pushed each other.
right.
Like, you know, even when he got hit and almost killed, you know, I was by his side, like, dude, you're gonna come through it, you know.
Kill.
Pushed him, yeah.
What'd you get hit by? Damn
He got hit-
747.
He got hit by a car on the freeway.
Jeez. What'd you do playing in the road?
It was just a Cadillac.
He had a flat on his trailers
on the freeway.
So he pulled off on the left hand side of the road, and he was going to actually look at it. And when he went to look at his tire, a woman jumped out from my 18-wheeler behind it and struck him.
Wow.
And his arm hit the front strut of the Cadillac, and the whole thing was mangled. I don't see how he has an arm.
But Ranger's
And
carpentry is amazing.
Well,
When you, his business skills are off the charts. And C
You hear that crazy kid crying?
yeah.
Yeah, right. Hey, tell that kid it saved me.
Yeah, it sounded like
Yes.
somebody
I don't-
laughing.
I'm not crying on your show tonight. You understand that, Jesse?
Jacob said
This
he
is like
trained to be
this
a
is why I
wrestler.
love doing live shows, because you can't never control nothing. You
No.
don't.
I
That's-
love it, man. You're doing a
I
great
mean-
job. You do good on these things. Man.
Yes.
I love watching them.
We thought you hated us for a while. It was like
Yeah.
we haven't.
No,
heard
I
from
wanted
our
to
brothers.
go down and
Like
see
you
Ray.
love
Let me
him.
grab this kid. You guys
go grab
entertain.
him. I'll keep
Jacob.
talking.
Right.
So sometimes I feel like Jesse loves me.
Brett.
And sometimes I feel like he hates me. Ranger.
What's happening, Brett?
Is that Brett?
Ray. Anybody got any questions?
Ray, do you got a question? It's about cocaine or podcast. We just started, but we can answer some questions.
We're gonna call it
Next,
the
we're going to have
Cocaine
Juggernaut on here.
Podcast.
We're gonna
Yes.
say, Juggernaut, how in the fuck did you explode so fast? 1 minute I'm over here,
Right.
1 minute I'm over there.
Is he buying
Yeah.
his subscribers?
Don't.
I want to ask you.
Are
that.
you drunk?
I am probably.
Well, that's his first podcast, Ranger.
No,
It's his
it ain't.
first-
He's
it's not.
he's
Oh,
been
done
with
pod-
he's
You've been
been,
podcast before.
yeah with you.
He's not buying his subs.
Oh,
God, he was going nuts. Anytime Kayla walks out of the house, or anytime she walks away, or anything, he goes
I
berserk.
know. I got a grandbaby that does when his mama leaves too. I get to see it firsthand.
It seemed like they're cracking and squeaking.
Crack it squeaky.
Is that us?
That's
Bath
you.
Salts Showdown. That's you, yeah.
Anyway, where was we before we left off and before my kid rudely interrupted us?
Cocaine.
Where was we talking about something deep and knowledgeable that everybody was really in? Wrestling. How'd the wrestling go for you? How long that venture last? How much was a ticket? And who promoted the show?
We promoted the show on Comcast Cable, which cost us a little chunk because we would promote it during
Like the
wrestling.
haunted house, we had TV spots, radio spots.
Yeah, we had radio spots, and then I think we sold $5 a ticket and sold some concession.
Yeah,
But we didn't make a dime, people.
No.
We did it just for the doing.
for some reason. But here's what we want to say: is it ended with a real fight.
Yes.
A real fight?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
the
yeah.
guy that hit you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what it was is I'm not going to get into the fight, but
That's when I left for Florida. These chicken shit
I
fucking
wouldn't go- I wouldn't go there.
bastards.
I wouldn't go
They waited till
there.
I
Anyway,
left.
look, he's just going to talk about this big thing where we were on and off again friends. But look, the thing is about the wrestling is there's people that conspire in the backstage area. If you don't handshake right
Oh,
with
yeah.
them, if you don't gently go up there, or even if you don't talk to them.
There's sissies.
But I would go right to the locker room and dress, and then go right out and wrestle. You know,
Yeah.
I would really fucking get out there, and I would. Do
How
it.
long did it take you when you were working these moves? A lot of people just think wrestling like, oh yeah, boohoo, whatever,
Oh,
whatever.
bullshit.
But
It takes you a good 3 months of just taking
You gotta
bumps.
flip around the ring for a while. and
You
you're
gotta
like, what
take-
The hell is this?
You got to take the bumps. You gotta just learn how to
we were
land.
trained by T-Bone.
T-Bone.
Yeah, he's a big old boy.
Yeah.
This guy, he was like, do some flips around from that turnbuckle to that turnbuckle to that turnbuckle to the fourth one. And I was like, when do we get to body slam and shit like that? Man, he put us through it for 2 weeks.
Yeah. And then said, "You're ready."
And then Ranger would he would forget what we were doing, you know, and he would like do a move the wrong way
Yeah.
and hurt me.
Actually, he wouldn't go with the way I wanted to,
He's a son of a bitch.
and then he almost broke my neck one night.
How'd that work out for you?
Well, we perfected the monkey flip. We thought we had it perfected, and
I was flying him all the way across the ring. It was
Yeah.
magnificent. And
He
the
would-
thunder when he landed.
he would jump on me in the corner and flip me on the corner monkey flip. And
This-
we
I was in
practiced.
spandex.
We practiced and practiced, and he was just throwing me fucking great.
That's
And
my chair.
my big ass would hit that ring and just make it sing like it was just tearing it down.
Yeah, his ass would.
we get out there for the match, and he goes to fucking push me off, and his leg slips.
How come we're making this wrestling match sound sexual?
And then I fall like straight down. I'm like straight up in the air, and I fall straight down on my head. Luckily,
You deserve it for all the times you did.
they had trained us, and I kind of just turned it sideways. Luckily, but yeah, he's trying to drop me straight on my head. Yeah, you're close.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
But yeah, here's the thing about the wrestling is if you're thinking about starting one, don't.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Well, I think the wrestling age is done. You guys was probably right at the tail end of the
We was
Attitude Era, and people's already excited about it, ready to roll.
yeah.
When you
was
get hit in the face by a guy that takes it serious,
right.
you start to reevaluate your business plans. You know, I
Well,
got punched right in the face by a big old damn wrestler.
look, I hated every Friday.
Wrestler.
I hated every Friday night they would come in there and say, "I want to wrestle you tonight. Take it easy." I
Take
don't
it
want to. They'd be like, "I don't want to do no.
They were scared of Ranger.
I don't want to do no. I don't want to be dropped tonight, so I don't want to do no power moves. I don't want you to do no power moves." I'm
Jesse.
like,
But
that's
you're
fucking.
you're trying to get money for the people around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right when Ranger left for Florida to do his little expedition, his
Yeah.
carpentry, building the little fences. What was it? I can't remember.
Enclosures.
Yeah, he left, and then so everybody bought Easy Pickings, King Brando.
Yeah.
There's no Ranger there, you know.
So you got bullied.
Yeah, but then Ranger really took off. Like, as far as we stopped doing that and went to the haunted house, and he built these facades that were 2 stories high that were really decorative, like artwork.
Big
It was
Mo,
amazing.
Big Mo had a vision, and he would put that vision, and he would tell me, and we would build some great. It looked like 3-dimensional, like a old haunted house, and we would build it right out there in front of this laser tag building where we would have the haunted house, and we would have we had a pond inside of one time with goldfish. I don't know. We had
Like a
neon-
koi fish pond, or what are you talking about?
Yeah, we had a pond inside that you walked by, and the goldfish was all like neoned out and shit.
Hey, you know what?
They were injected with some kind of glow in the dark shit.
Hey, speaking of the wrestling thing, though, when we was talking about that, in order to put this wrestling ring outside, you had to cut up the slick track.
Oh yeah.
The damn track. On the
Look,
slick
okay.
track.
Not only did we fuck up their slick track, we fucked up their garage. I cut the trusses out of the garage, and I did it because I was a builder, and I did it how I knew to do it because they come in there and inspected it. It was like, this looks good, but y'all didn't get a permit, so we're gonna have to shut this facility down.
So would you guys used to like go rent somewhere, or
We did it at the same place we did the Halloween. We took over the go-kart track.
Hey, we're all over the place. Do you have any questions about Big Mo while we're talking about him?
Yeah, anybody want to hear anything?
Yeah, if anybody's out there got questions about the real Big Mo. Oh, gosh, here comes trouble.
Here's trouble.
No, man, I'm keeping it clean.
he looks like Mike Gunn? I swear, you look like Mike
He
Gunn.
does. He does look like Mike Gunn.
Are you Mike Gunn's little brother?
No, man, my last name's Williams. Swear. I
Do
ain't
you have any
going.
questions about Big Mo?
Yeah. What was it? No, not really. I mean, Big Mo's he's well, let's say, how long's he? I don't know. Fuck Big Mo. We'll talk to him on a different time. Here we go.
That's what we want to hear. Fuck Big Man.
Yeah, you know what? He poured hot wax on Corey's nipples while he slept.
Yep.
But go ahead.
Hey, I'm sure he.
Some
Sure
kind
he'd
of
like
thinking.
that. Say that again.
Say it again.
Your internet sucks. I can't.
Yeah.
You have internet like I did a week ago.
His
There
internet.
he went.
His internet's gone. I've had to move him down for a little bit.
I still have that internet, actually.
What is that, Brett? Do a tell all on Big Mo, LOL.
What is it?
He says
He said
do
do
a
a
tell.
tell-all.
Do a tell all.
I
on
was
Big
going
Mo.
to. That's what I was saying.
Well, let's hear it. What's his dirty secrets?
Oh, gosh. Let's see here. Where do I start?
While he's thinking of that, what made you start to like? You guys wanted this. When you started the Lawn Stars, I know a little bit of the background to it. When you started the Lawn Stars, and then you branched off and did the Handy Stars. Was that your intention though? You said you wanted A&E. You've mentioned A&E probably about 6 videos or so. You've mentioned it quite a bit. What's your goal? You're trying to gin up enough drama and just get A&E down here, or
No,
what?
it's too slow. If I was doing that, it'd be tedious. What you got to do is you've got to understand it's not going to happen, okay? But then when it does happen, you're playing with house money, man. That's all I'm saying. We're playing with house money right now. And
Well, I would love
it's
A&E
amazing.
to come in and follow y'all around, but
If they do, you're going to see it. First off, I'm fucked on my account.
It'll be just like the Trailer Park Boys.
that would, that would be good. What's new coming up from either the Lawn Stars or the Handy Stars YouTube channel? Obviously, I see you guys build a studio. So, are you guys going to do a podcast then or something?
I think the Handy Stars is going to do a little something. We're going to probably do like a little, probably a Monday evening and a Friday evening wrap up.
Yeah, we On Stars plans on doing a podcast of, I have a lot of unique names we can go with the story we've already seen on YouTube. But it's going to be, it will be lawn care probably, I'm thinking. But yeah, hopefully that'll be happening soon.
I'm changing I got to figure out a name because the name is the most important.
Sub Juggernaut.
He's my hero.
Yeah.
Yes, I always enjoy watching that guy. Ever since I saw he did his own stuff and he built his own, I was like, okay, that's
Jesse James hardcore podcast, hardcore lawn care podcast.
Hardcore porno long pass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
You got to think outlaw.
Yeah, you
something
need to-
like that.
you need to be an outlaw.
I have thought about titling, going back to all my old videos and just like putting in the tags Jesse James, and then
Yeah.
all on all the old titles, just
Yeah.
so anybody looking up any kind of history
Yeah.
or the biker guy, fucking anybody, they're gonna find my stupid fucking big teeth, and then someone's gonna click.
They'd
You
love
can't
it.
think like that.
They'd
man.
love it.
Be inside your own head, man. Don't be inside somebody else's head.
Right. Yes. But
Don't worry
yeah.
about what people see
Yeah.
of you. I did the same thing until now. I'm like, fuck it. I don't care. If you see my tusk, you see my tusk.
Right.
You know,
And what made
I'll
you-
show my penis one day if you keep watching.
Flip that bitch out there. We're on live. Don't want to see it.
And it's ugly.
It's not time yet, is it?
It's not time to. That's not going to get the A&E crowd around.
You know, I probably won't be on A&E, but somebody will. But everybody will remember the king said it first.
The
We'll
key.
get him some likes on his OnlyFans.
And everybody will be like, that son of a bitch didn't come up with it.
He didn't come up with it. Jacob,
Yeah.
you're hard to hear, bud.
Yeah, but I like looking at you, though. While
Yeah,
I'm
you
talking.
remind me of Mike Gunn down there.
It gives me a
Yeah.
face to look at while I'm talking.
Yep.
You know?
Like droopy.
I'm here
Yeah.
for Ranger. This is Ranger's interview, and I'm here for you, man.
He spelled
told
my
you-
name wrong. No I.
Oh, it's just Jesse. I spell it wrong all the time, man.
Yeah, you did on a letter. You sent me the love letter.
Damn Ranger.
Yeah, I like that name. I want to do something like that too, but then it's like it feels like you almost have to like have like lawn care in your title or something
You
different.
need to have some lawn pistols.
Two mowers kind of like in the shape of a
Like do a little Yosemite Sam or something at the beginning of the video.
See, when we would do acid when we were younger, Ranger would be the driver.
Yeah,
You understand?
I always drove.
Very good driver on acid.
I wouldn't trust nobody else in my
no,
life.
no. I would not trust anyone else in my life other than Ranger.
I've never
When I'm
ever done acid.
No,
so
no,
that-
check it out, dude. We're on acid. We go by these prostitutes, and there's at least 23, but it looks like fucking 50.
Dude,
Jesse.
there's cops and,
and
it's
I'm
like
like- and that's-
cops and
And
you
we're
see
like,
this
what is that?
lot.
And we go slow motion by him, and I look a cop in his face, and I'm like, hey, man, I'm tripping. I'm peeking right now. And then he's like, we got our prostitutes. We're done for the night after this. And so we pull up to the hotel room, and he comes in real slow. Ranger driving just as good, Jacob, as he always does.
Right.
And I see a van. He's going to run right into it. I see him running right into it. I'm like, dude. I'm like,
Don't hit that van.
no, I don't say anything because I'm frozen. I'm like, we're fucking dead. And then and not dead, but we're going to hit it. And he goes, bloop, right in the parking spot. He turned it like a damn 90 degree.
Hey, there's Mike Gunn. See,
Yeah.
What's
We'll tell you
up?
more about that next time.
There's the real
Next
gun.
interview.
There's the real gun. We got the
The
fake
real
gun
gun.
up on. You could be a Mike Gunn impersonator, Jacob. I swear you could. So
Just
if,
from here up.
if your career ever tanks, which it won't, because you're very talented at what you
And
do,
Beautiful.
And,
you're
yep,
beautiful. You do a great job at everything you do. But if it ever tanks, you could always be a Mike Gunn impersonator.
Yep.
Always.
Yep. And I want you to be a dick in our show if you want to be. You hear
Yes,
me?
be the biggest dick ever,
Yeah.
Jacob.
Uh-oh.
Or do something else. Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
I'm a dick. I choose to be a dick on Friday nights.
How's that go for you? Yeah, I stopped listening to a lot of your guys' show. It gets a little too when you guys scream too much. I'm like, damn, this is hard to fucking follow these drunk
I know.
bastards screaming the
I
whole
know.
fucking time.
You don't
I
like
hear
the
nothing.
Wapachaws?
Look,
Can't hear
Jesse-
nothing. I
Jesse,
just
it
stopped
doesn't
listening. I'm like,
matter.
I can't hear a thing these fuckers are
I
saying.
know. And that's what the other 700 people are saying.
Right,
every,
right.
Every week. And I say, you know what? We're learning. You know, we're going to get it tightened up. And I can't fucking run a show with a bunch of clowns and monkeys talking over me,
Hey, you're definitely learning. I dropped
see-
it down to about 4
man.
people.
Yes, sir, we are.
Did you see what Gunn said?
Man, did you see? Is this sabotage? Is it going to Man, we've had an excellent interview, I think. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
You're doing you're you're
I
like this
appreciate
Andy
it.
Kaufman with the fucking awkward, like
Very.
it's just different.
Yes.
It's different.
I know.
You have to practice that because that can't be natural.
I appreciate you, King Brando, to stop by on my interview.
Thank you. And take
Fucking
over.
help. Yeah, just take over.
You're a great king.
He is.
I am.
He's the
I shed a
almighty.
lot in the woods.
So what's up? What's up with the Handy Stars? The Handy Stars going to do a podcast? Are you doing a podcast yourself as Only Ranger? Or are you going to do it as the Handy Stars, or what's the plan with that?
It'll be Contract Black and Sassy C.
Man, you guys do. I like when Sassy's just sitting there listening to Contract ramble or freestyle or doing anything. Sassy just say some smart ass like little pun or something just like quick, simple. It's just like I bet he gives you a lot of content.
Oh yeah, yeah,
This
dude.
is gold.
Those guys, they put the GoPro in the van with them, and it's like, dude, I sit there and it's like, I can't edit none of this shit out. I want everybody to see it. You know, I'm like, they give me gold sometimes. Sometimes, you know, sometimes I gotta edit because they're not talking or anything. But like when they first got the van and shit, and they're getting better. We're getting better. We're all getting better with our camera work, and I want to do more explaining what I'm doing to give
Right.
people a little description of what's going on. That way, if they want to see how to,
Yeah, I was
we're
gonna ask
going to
you
incorporate some how tos along with probably some more actually scripted shit.
Scripted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to do like I'm gonna do start doing some more like not how tos, but like I got a backpack sprayer, Milwaukee backpack sprayer that clogged up,
Yeah.
and like there's not a whole lot of content about how to fix it and stuff. So I'm gonna do something like that. You got to do some of the kind of like not clickbait, but like the stuff people more search. You know what I mean? Like the how to stuff. Everybody searches that.
We're fixing to get to do a few cool ass projects. Like I get to put some reclaimed barnwood on the ceiling,
Mm.
and then we're gonna do some like vinyl looking VCT that you would put on a floor. It looks like wood planks on a wall. We're gonna do it on a wall in the bathroom.
Right.
So I got some new shit coming up the next few weeks.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And then, hell, I need to announce that we've been on YouTube for a year now. I was going to make a year in review, but I've just been busy.
Yeah, that or like soffit. Like I like watching people do like soffit and the shit that I don't necessarily know how to do. Framing, floating concrete is always good. You do concrete jobs?
I do, but not many. Like I'll do
Yeah.
a sidewalk or pour a little driveway or something, but I don't really get many calls for that.
I see you guys do some landscaping, but you probably just kick any landscaper or lawn care. You can probably kick it over to the
I'll
lawn
kick
star.
it over to him if he wants it, or if he don't, then I'll just send the guys out do it if we're slow.
Now, do you ever do any work with Mr. Abraham there with his?
He
What he
actually,
does?
yes, he does a lot of work for me. He owns his own company too. He does plumbing.
Right.
So if I get a bunch of stuff that I can't get to, I just send it to him.
Mm. Yeah, that's the way
Which
to
he's
do it.
getting a little expensive in his ways.
That's smart. Good. Take all your money there then.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I always add at least 100 more to his bill. I might be 100 off.
You know he's watching. Right?
Well, what do
He
you
gets-
think, Jacob?
He gets what he wants, and I get a little something.
What do you think, Jacob?
What do you think? We're worried about you.
Jacob,
I'm just listening. You say you can't hear me, so I'm
I
not
can hear
talking.
you now.
You're
We
going
hear
that
you
good now. When you were trying to
Yeah.
drop all your
So
knowledge, we
save
couldn't
us.
hear you.
Save us. We're taking.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have my phone and I'm on my phone because I'm poor. So I don't have all this fancy stuff like you three have.
I do like your guys' microphones. What kind of microphones you guys running there? They ain't very loud though at the
Six.
beginning.
yeah, we didn't turn them up. They're Rockville.
I like
He
them.
can turn them up anytime, Jesse. Anytime he wants.
I should have turned them up for you guys.
He can.
It is. They're definitely nice. And I seen on Instagram when you said you were when you had all your foam panels. I haven't put any of mine up. You're like, there's no way there's 96 on here. I'm like, you'd be surprised because I only got 48, and I was like, I said the same thing. There ain't no way there's 48 panels inside this
Yeah.
little tiny box.
Yeah.
So I still got to put mine up. But I wish I would have got some with some color in it because I wanted to put some back here. It's like I already got a black wall, so it's like now it's gonna look stupid if I put black panels back here. But I want the echo isn't gonna hit here. I got to put it in front of me so the
Right.
voice doesn't bounce.
Right.
Back.
See where I come from? People
Well,
to
you
put
know
carpet
what I s-
pad on the wall and carpet to the wall.
That's what I did before, Jacob. It had carpet padding up.
For that or moving blankets, I got a bunch of
See,
moving
see, me and you think alike.
The only reason I did that is because I had it laying here. It was just free.
Exactly.
Yeah. The fucking Juggernaut, he did call me a little spoon. I wish he would come back.
You
I
look
was
pretty
not-
little, so he's
Listen,
correct.
he invited me to sleep with him one night. Okay.
So you
And,
turned him down, right?
This is true. I slept with him. All right. And I was
Did
sleeping
you
on
and him lay down with the Lord?
I wouldn't go that.
and I was sleeping on the floor, and he's like, "We was in Michigan, up in Detroit gambling, and we went to Brian's event." And he's like, "Hey, if you're cold, you can come up here." And I was like, "Man, I'm good." So then I was up there cuddling with him. So he was actually the little spoon there with that night. Then
Yeah,
That's sweet.
that is so sweet.
I rubbed his beard,
Romance firsthand.
Right.
man, firsthand.
You see what
tell you
happens when
this,
I
I'll
don't
tell you
say
this.
anything.
Yeah.
Let's hear. I want to hear some words. Why don't you ever do words of wisdom anymore?
Okay, here's your words of wisdom. Get you a damn homeowners association newsletter writer. You get them to advertise for you, right? There's that for fucking life. There you go.
You don't ever do no words of wisdom anymore.
He's gonna mark it.
See, that's what I mean with his awkward entrance, exits, words. He'll be right back in 3 or 4 minutes.
Oh yeah. Give him just a second.
Just a second, he'll throw a fit and come right back. Oh, there he is.
Who's there? Old Brando Kaufman.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He's like just different.
Rancher's gonna be Jerry Lawler and like pile driver is that.
So what's up with that big project you guys had with the Handy Starts had? It's like a hotel or something. You guys redid all the interior, all the stairs. You bought that steamer cleaner. Like, are you guys done with all that? It looked like you did the walkway not too long ago. What that had to be a hell of a project.
It turned out to be a kick-ass project. It has
You did the whole place, didn't you?
yeah, there's 4 businesses and 12 residents in there.
Wow.
So we're not done. I still have to do the kitchenette up on top. I got to do the floor of the kitchenette, and I got to paint the outside of it, and then do 2 more stairwells, and then it'll be time to probably freshen it up again.
Do you feel like you get better profit margins from painting or from like your regular construction style stuff?
Painting, I've been doing a shitload of painting.
Yeah, you guys do a lot of painting, especially interior painting.
Yeah.
I've made some decent money doing some interior painting.
When I first started, it was the decks. I'd build like a shitload of decks around pools or just on the back of the house.
It's at the end. It's at the end of it there.
I was waiting on him to say.
stop.
I was waiting on him to say that, but yeah, I used to build a lot of decks.
Something. Because he worked on a lot of decks, and some
So-
big, some small.
Thank God it's just the paint now. I get to kind of lay back.
Right. Well,
Who was that? Who was
It's Will.
Will?
Will the thrill.
Hey, Will. I'm glad you
It's
came.
Will.
me.
This is our first podcast, or mine. I'm on my first podcast, Will.
I know, I feel like- Overly
Right.
familiar with that equipment.
Okay. Well, I need, since, yeah, I know. Look, you don't need to brag. But look, I need you
Hey,
to,
I ain't bragging.
if you're backing it up.
Volume.
I need you.
Yeah.
We will
Right.
thank Will for helping us out here.
Yeah, we thank you. We love you for that.
Don't give me
Yeah,
that.
you were the
I will
best
give
zipper
Will
queen
a shout out.
I've ever seen.
And we'd like to get some more information.
Agby. How are you, Agby
See,
Bowen?
pros. Yeah.
That's the mayor, if anybody doesn't know.
If you don't know who Agby Bowen is, he is our mayor of Lawnland.
Yeah, Lawnland. I came up with
Lawn
that.
land.
I came up with Lawnland.
I have to go take a pee break. We will be right back shortly.
So, Will, did you ever? What are you planning on doing? Are you trying to like clean your whole pond out, or what? What the hell you got going on? 'Cause that little, I'm telling you what, that little rake's not gonna clear that whole place out. Bud.
No, I know. I literally took that rake right there, like where I had that rake. That's the cut through the middle of the pond, and that is the only place current moves through there. So me moving that out helped a lot. And after that stream, I put a dump. I dumped a bunch of dye upstream of that little canal, and it has cleared out significantly.
Interesting.
I actually have a pump that's going to be arriving in tomorrow just to get some water flow.
Mhm.
So it's a submersible, long cord, long hose. I'm going to hurl it out there, take it out on the boat, and
Are you
drop
gonna
it
use
down.
the box spring and do all that like what that guy was saying?
No,
Yeah, I probably wouldn't either.
no.
Do you want to talk to Sassy C? Anybody want to talk to Sassy Sizzle?
Sassy's
God,
Talk
I had to talk to him all day.
Let him try this thing out. Go, Sassy.
nothing. Rangers got to turn your gain up
Turn it up. Turn the gain. I know the fucking turn.
on microphone 3.
Whoa. Tell him something. Tell him your daddy what your daddy told him you could do.
Yeah, Ranger, you're muted.
His daddy sniffs.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Will.
His daddy huffs a lot of paint. Go, Sassy. Say something to the.
Tell us a
People.
bedtime story.
Yeah, tell us something.
A story about when you was a little boy.
Say something.
And his daddy
Okay,
never
he's
took
a
him
man
to
of-
Disney.
Yeah, did your dad ever
Yeah.
take you to Disneyland? Yep, nothing.
That's an interesting question, though. I mean,
I was
why-
I was doing coke off the Atari.
Right. That happened. Brando, did you ever go to Disneyland? Disney World,
No.
rather.
Did you watch my last video?
No.
Well, watch it and you'll understand. I didn't make it.
Yeah, it has nothing.
Yeah, my father did cocaine off the Atari instead of taking me. And you knew I was going to say that, so you must have watched it.
Ben said, "There's
You must have
Sassy.
watched
What's up, my little brother?
What's up, Sass?
What's
Sassy's
up,
our-
Sassy brother?
Sassy's our hero.
Tell him to say something.
Say something.
Say
Your
something,
microphone
Sassy.
ain't working.
I
I
want you
want
to
you to
say,
tell them why, like, that you write certain skits behind the scenes nobody knows about. But
right.
like Amy said, you are the king of deadpan.
His mic is not working.
It's still. He said he would be giving a big secret away if you didn't hear that.
Nope, didn't hear it.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
now-
because they're on mic 1, 3, and 4.
Yeah, Will. So you son of a sap sucker.
You sap sucker.
You ass sucker.
Oh, that's better. That's edgier. That's when drama comes in, and we don't need that here.
Yeah, let's keep this shit down to a minimum, okay?
Let's keep the fun
Yeah.
to a minimum. Sassy,
Okay.
Yes, King Brando.
you are the king of deadpan as far as Amy is concerned out there in Jesse James's land. So the outlaw, the legend, the myth,
Jesse James.
tell
Put
him,
up my
everybody, look, tell him about your YouTube page, Jesse, please. I know you're the host.
I thought Sassy was telling a story. I'm waiting for
Well,
Sassy to break
subscribe
into a
to-
story.
I know, but I want people to subscribe to you because I love you more
You're
than you ever
dealing,
know.
you're dealing with King Brando. We're all over the place now.
Sassy.
Yeah, we've lost full control after a
Sassy.
couple minutes, and
I know.
that's okay. That's
I
a
know,
good
I'm sorry,
thing.
but you realize the bit with Sassy's going nowhere, right? I mean,
Right? Yeah, I thought maybe you had a hook in there and you was going to bring her full circle.
No, I was going to let him take the reins.
Well, Sassy, you failed on that, and that will come out of your allowance. You will not be going to Disney World.
No Disney World trip for you,
Hey,
buddy.
you've done a great job, Ranger.
I hate you,
raising
Dad.
this kid. Hey, Ranger raised this kid good. I will tell you that, Jesse.
Yeah.
That's the honest truth. All joking aside, he is really a good person, and I love what it's. I mean, I just love seeing it in life.
That's
It
you,
shows me stability.
that's
is
you
true.
saying that. That's not Sassy saying that.
Yeah, you're mad at your dad, not at me.
Yeah.
I
Tell him
forgive
how
you.
good your daddy takes care of you in life to raise you and to help you with raising your grandchild. I mean, fuck, his grandchild. I'll get better.
Damn.
Go.
You got the only
drunk.
daddy that'll walk the line.
It's been a ride. I've accomplished a
A
lot.
long, hard ride, you would say?
It hasn't been really long or
Would
hard.
you say you've had to walk hard?
So it's been short and flaccid.
Okay, so
Uh-huh.
what he's saying is he beats he spends most of his time beating off
Yep.
his demons.
Yeah. Got to beat off your
You know
demon.
what I mean?
If you don't beat off your
Your
demons,
demons.
Gonna
You're
struggle.
really asking for trouble.
Yes.
I mean, that's the bottom line.
Hey, wait, I got something to say about beating off my demons.
Yes, Will?
Oh, that's what I've been doing. I was just going to
Oh,
let you know.
okay. You've just been beating off.
just making sure you wasn't just beating off.
Well,
Oh, shit.
Well, he doesn't have the jar of peanut butter, so the dog.
What is
should
that
be okay.
moonshine you have there?
Yeah.
Is that
No.
wine? What kind of wine
Yeah.
you drink?
Did you
Yeah,
move up
I-
to the lake there, Will?
yeah.
Temporarily, we had to. Our landlord sold our house out from under us a little over 2 months ago.
That's fucked up.
And during all this COVID shit, like, there are no rentals available.
I see on
so
CNN that everybody's getting evicted right about now.
Yes, so evictions have started again, and I'm sure Ranger's seen it too, and we've been talking about it. Rentals are coming available again, but the landlords, they see their opportunity in this because they know people are dying to get in houses, and they're going to pay the retarded money.
Yeah.
So I'll wait a month.
You just sleeping in a van down by the river? Is that what you're doing?
No, I just drive around all the time.
Yeah. He drives around the river.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, you can be a motivational speaker. You can do a lot with your life right now. I think you're on the right track. You're cleaning
Thanks,
out
buddy.
lakes. Cleaning out lakes.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job.
So since I don't have my pump yet, I actually sprayed the lake before this evening. And I was
big
like,
is
man,
that
I need to get this circulating. So I took the pressure washer out there, put the red tip on it, and just stuck it underwater.
Are you serious? He froze up right when he was talking about.
Dick and stuff. Places.
Yeah, we need to get Will a. We need to start a Kickstarter or a fundraiser for him to get some Wi-Fi where he's
He
at.
did get Wi-Fi. He's got a gig up there.
He's got 1 gig.
Yep.
That's like one Netflix movie.
He's got a gig.
I love when Will is
In
blowing
1
me.
second.
Wait, I want to tell you real quick. I love when Will is blowing me. Kisses. It's
Right.
just amazing, you know?
Yeah.
What was it? Wait. Let me hear something from the king himself. When you had Will come over to you and you said, "Hey, I got all this information. I'm willing to give it to the
He
star."
has given it. But
Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah.
What'd you say? Would you welcome him with open arms?
Oh,
Say,
yeah.
Oh,
we
yeah.
love you.
Well,
We-
it's not just me welcoming with open arms.
Right.
It's Lawn Star.
Well, you are the
Because-
king.
But the real King Brando could not pull any more views
Ow.
than you. I mean, no, I shouldn't have said that.
Wow, what a nice guy. Yeah. What a nice fucking guy.
Damn.
That's sassy. Why are you laughing? this is a time for no
Sassy's an
jokes.
asshole.
This
That's
is
all
the
he
time
does.
for no jokes.
No, look, I would say that Real King Brando is nothing.
I agree with that.
Abraham here, his channel is nothing.
You are a sensitive Sally, though. That
But
is
no,
true.
look, Lawn
I put
Stars,
something
though.
up.
I know, but when I'm with people that can lift me up and help me with my emotions, oh, fuck.
You are really sensitive. I put a little joke up on Instagram. And you're like, we're the only ones that are allowed to make jokes and be funny.
That's the way you took it that day. That amazed me. You know, because
like-
that's not the way it was meant. You know, that now that we're talking here, that's good. Because talking is how we keep society going, you know.
Right. I was
But
like,
yeah, that had no.
I knew right away who ran the channel.
Yeah, but I was totally
That
joking because look, Jesse, I loved when you did the thing that the Instagram post, you sitting on the porch, doing the Abraham thing, hiding from the boss.
That got me noticed.
Okay, look, I love that video though. I don't know, man. I think Abraham, when he sees something like that, it makes him want to talk to some of y'all, you know, because otherwise he's not networking. I'm telling you that right now. He doesn't laugh.
He's my favorite. Will, you ever going to start your channel about socks?
Yeah, actually, I just put a new pair on right now. I'm about to put some knee highs on.
Yeah. Nice.
Sorry, Rick.
Will,
Rick
I'm
Roman.
sorry I tripped you the other day.
Hero.
That hurt. It hurt.
I know. I'm sure it hurt your feelings more than it did physically for your body. And I'm sorry for that. Okay? Thank you, Jesse,
You
for
hurt
giving me
his
this
spirit.
opportunity to apologize.
Will, what do you do for where do you work at, Will?
I'm actually in the process. Well, actually, currently, until work runs out, I'll be heading over to Mr. Ranger's house in the morning.
You gonna start contracting, building houses?
No, not quite. I'll do whatever he needs me to do. I'm actually in the process of starting a house
Pressure
wash
washing.
business. Yep.
Yeah. I think you
And
can talk
I'm-
about that. There's
I'm glad he
serious-
said that, Jesse. I'm
serious
sorry. I'm just going to say real quick, the pressure washing thing, I think I can get us a lot of jobs this winter. Pressure washing, Will.
Awesome.
Just to show you
Awesome.
job opportunities on the show here. Yeah, I believe I can get a lot of jobs for us, so be looking for that. I love you, Will. Will's a very good
Well,
person.
thank you.
Will's he does us all good. He's a very good friend to all of us.
And he's helping me in the meantime. Thank you, Will.
Absolutely.
He's
Thank you,
family,
dude. I mean, it's
Will is family.
yeah, and I feel that way about all of you guys. Like, I mean, having the local connection is such a big thing. Like, I mean, everyone here in the YouTube world, we're all really good friends. Like, I'm really sorry I have not been paying attention to the comments. Hello at me, and you're cracking me up. Like, everyone over here, like, we're all great friends. And then, like, you add in the aspect of you have regular meetings and you see each other regularly. Like, it adds a lot to it. So it's awesome to know, you know, I have friends on the other end of the phone and, you know, we're up the street from each other.
That's heartwarming. That touches me somewhere. deep
Does
down.
it touches you something? As long as
Yeah.
it touches
You got
you.
a feeling running up your leg?
I got a feeling. Deep down
Reach
in my-
down and touch it.
Look at Jacob. He's feeling something.
So what made
can't
what
tell
was
he's
it,
not.
Mr. Dirty Lawn Thug, that kind of got you interested in the pressure washing business?
Honestly, yes. In the house washing side of it, it was because I really had never thought about it for what it is. And so my big thing, when I've owned my own business before in a completely different, you know, ball league, but, you know, I decided, hey, I'm in a position I could start another business right now, but also I would like to. And okay, what do I want to do? Well, yes, I've been in lawn care, but that does require a good amount of capital. Like, it just does. So I had to do kind of a cost benefit analysis, see what I'm looking at short term, long term, and given my current situation here. So, like, before I moved up here, I was no more than 5 minutes away from Rangers and Brando's house. I mean, we're 3 miles away. And now, you know, I'm 40 miles.
that with house washing, you can do a garden hose and a fucking backpack sprayer, or even a pump sprayer. It don't even matter. I clean houses with pump sprayers. That was the first house I cleaned was with a pump sprayer and bleach and a garden hose.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of people think you need a big, 4 gallon a minute machine or whatever, which is nice, but like you don't need no 4
People
gallon.
would look at you funny around here with a garden hose and a backpack sprayer.
You can get
A
it
garden
done.
hose and a golf ball.
Yeah.
You can get it done.
Oh, I
You
know.
definitely get it done.
Oh, I've done it.
It's like you're targeting me, Mr. Jesse, because I went out and got a 4 gallon a minute machine.
Well, that's probably the best $1,000 you've ever spent. But I'm telling you,
Actually,
you spend a couple hundred on a backpack sprayer, sprayed some bleach.
Yeah. Acme.
I did really well on this. I end up being just under $600 in, so, and it's new.
Yeah, I got mine. I bought mine off Crackhead for like $200. It's
Hell
not-
yeah.
It's like a 3-point. I don't know. It's almost 4 gallon minute machine, and it's a great machine. I love it. But
Yeah. I actually bought some new toys for it tonight. I don't know where the hell they went.
were you gonna start that channel then?
I'm really thinking about it. I don't know. I really don't know where I'm going to go there. I'm not, right now, I don't see myself starting a channel where it's like, no, I'm the king of house watching. I'm not going to do that shit.
I like the socks idea.
Do you?
Socks are cheap. Everybody wears them. What kind of socks are them? Are them Hanes?
Actually,
Good
Hands
cotton.
Yeah.
their way.
actually, these are Hanes, and they're those thermal sockies. Hey, you want some feet pics?
It's got good stitching. These socks are really beneficial. You can probably get socks easy as sponsors.
Oh,
And you can use those multiple times as a gist sock. I mean, look how big they are.
Yeah, poor people use socks more than once. I use them. I just use socks one time.
So
Don't-
Acme.
Oh, I have one, the one beside my bed. I used it one night, and then the next night I flip it inside out and use it that night, and just keep going with it.
we don't want to hear about that.
That stinks.
What do you mean? What else is socks good for?
You're right. You're doing your thing. You make very much. Yeah.
Breathing,
See?
breathing.
And I did go out and get a decent surface cleaner to start with, so I'm excited. I need to check my damn email. I should have my ad campaign back.
What's a good size for? You got a 4 gallon minute machine? Would you go with like a DeWalt or a Simpson or something?
Yeah, DeWalt.
So what size? Would you get? 12-inch surface cleaner?
I got a 15.
No, that's
Ouch.
gonna be. See, I think that's a lot of
Rule,
for a lot of
That's a
gravel.
lot
Yeah.
of money. Yeah.
rule of thumb with
I got
pressure
18.
washers and surface cleaners is every 1 GPM is 4 inches.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I wanted to start
Wait,
something like
wait.
that, but
Is Jacob laying down?
Jacob,
Or is that just
he's
me?
not laying down.
Oh, okay.
What's up, Matt MG?
I'm laying down waiting.
OMG, it's Matt MG. Every time. Every time I see it. Right, Jesse? What do you think about Matt? Tell me what you think about him.
Matt MG.
Yeah.
Matt MG.
Matt MG's a tit.
A what?
Yeah. I'm kind of scared of.
No. No, he's a good guy.
Good dude. Awesome guy.
Mhm.
Cheers.
Yeah, he is.
Everybody bitching about my shirt. See what we
Oh, why are they?
Take it off,
Your
take it
shirt's
off, take it
fucking
off.
wrecking.
Don't listen to the masses. All
How's
those
that? How's that
thousands-
better there? Is it turn the lights down?
So turn him down some more.
I don't think I can go any lower.
I just love the suspenders that you
Oh,
wear.
wait.
Mhm.
It's all the way down.
You love the suspenders on his shirt? I know, he's all dressed up like Jim's landscape up there.
He copied
There's
my.
no suspenders
He copied
for
my
the-
stuff.
I just like the suspenders he wears in general. Oh, Jesse and his suspenders.
Hey, who do you talk to on your content, Jesse?
Who? Me?
Yeah, who do you talk to when on your regular videos?
Podcast wise or YouTube?
No, I mean, when you're talking to doing your content, when you're talking to the camera, who are you talking? Who do you picture that you're talking to? You know, who's
The
your
GoPro?
audience? So you just like it's a camera
I look at
watching
it. Yeah, I look at it like. Well, here's the thing too. I tried to just copy what everybody else is doing for the longest time, and I got really, really bored with it, and my views reflected it as well. And so now I just imagine a guy that's bored, kind of flipping through everything. So like I picture me watching it, like, yep, this is fucking boring. I'm gonna skip, get to the talking part. So now I'm trying to edit out a lot of the music stuff.
Yeah, that's.
The music.
I think I learned something there. You know, that's something I can take away from that. So I'm glad I asked that.
Yeah, I skip through most. Like if anybody, I skip through a lot of people's videos. Once they get to the mowing footage and stuff, I skip through all that.
Yeah. That's what I found. That happens a lot.
You do that or no? You watch it all.
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think I fast forward to the talking. To
Yeah,
find
that's
out
Brenda skipped.
how hot
Yeah.
you are that day, how sucky it is, how hard of a day you had. That's the part I like.
Yeah, that's what
Of
I
a
like, and that's
regular
why.
lawn video.
Well, that's why I like Lawn Care Juggernaut's video because he like talks over a lot of his videos, and that's why I started doing it. That's why I
He's
started doing
got
it.
talent. That guy.
Yeah, that guy is very talented.
Yeah, you can tell he's coming up strong. I hope one day he will shout us out.
He just
if
needs
can,
to-
but
he
maybe
needs-
he can't.
He needs to quit buying his subscribers though. Just
Ouch.
He's my.
I wouldn't
my
have went there,
hero.
but
I'm
I've
just
drank a lot. And you
I'm
have
doing-
too.
I'm
I'm
just
happy.
playing with you.
Yeah, he's playing with you. I'm playing with him.
People
And-
love the cutting long grass videos.
We're all playing with each other.
Yeah, Jacob's laying down playing with himself
Right.
in
My
a gym
God.
floor. He's in like a work. He's already done pumped iron because I see how big the motherfucker is.
Yeah.
You don't want to be a keyboard warrior with him.
No,
Oh,
And he's been working out, and now he's jerking off on the floor.
he is.
Somebody say something quick.
but we're
Wait.
I just imagine his masturbation.
I know you can't imagine it because it lays my joke flat. You just got to say something. Oh, really? He's laying on the floor. Oh my
I
god!
can't believe he's laying on the floor.
What is he doing? Is he against the wall?
What you got in that bag, bud?
Yeah, Will. Show us your
Cocaine and
little toys.
cocaine accessories.
You get cocaine from a store?
Did you?
Hell yeah. You want to know how much I got?
What dispensary did you go to? Look at that straw.
Over the counter cocaine.
No, it's a rain
You're
gauge.
really into rain gauge. I was like, saying, you got beakers and everything. You're
I
really
was
getting.
like, look at the bong. Shit.
Oh, I met with Ruben Von Brock. He gave me the Lone Stars recipe.
Oh, really?
That guy's the most
Ooh.
creative dude on the channel who doesn't get enough. You guys don't put him
he's
on.
a genius.
That's
the
what I'm.
first
That's my
time-
guy.
Yeah, he come up with a great thing for the haunted house. I was walking through the dark, and then all of a sudden he flicked his lighter, around the corner, and the spark, it gives a scare, a jump scare, we call it.
Yeah.
And I knew right there, and he was like probably 13 years old, working for us, and I was like, boom, he's got it, But like the more older he got, he's a genius.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, flat out, damn genius, that guy, Ruben Von Brock.
He's got the best inventions. How's this time machine coming?
I think he tore it apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said it is in 100 damn pieces.
Yeah, he kept
What-
realizing that,
He's got to just sit there. That had to take him a long time to come up with everything.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it did.
Ben.
Just the
Jeez.
lighting alone.
Put Acme's comment up there.
And you can't even drive this thing. That was the problem. You can't get it at any kind of speed to get you at another time and space. Acme. Let me read this. If I can.
Read it out loud.
Hey guys, I'm surprised he's not masturbating with those glasses on that Brenda was wearing. Those glasses scream masturbation. M-A-S-T-C. I'm not reading your damn fucking text.
Read it.
Masturbation.
No, it really does. It screams masturbation.
And he said also loneliness. He'll add to that.
Oh, loneliness too.
Yeah.
Anything the mayor says is probably right.
The mayor knows.
He knows all.
Yeah.
And the wizard knows all.
The
Does
wizard.
anybody know who the wizard,
Nobody-
the professor is?
I don't think they know
Will
who the
knows who
wizard.
the wizard is.
Who's the wizard?
Will knows.
Who's
I think
Pay
he's already
pay
forgot what
attention,
we
you'll
talked
find
about
out.
earlier, didn't he?
Who's-
What?
No, I know exactly who he is. You'll be
Who's-
hearing about him.
Okay. Yeah, the wizard. He is above all this drama. He makes things go. He tortured then. He tortures now.
Yep.
Okay, yes. All right, yeah.
Yeah, and he tortured them by tying them to a water heater in his mom's basement.
Play with it.
All right.
He's gonna play with it. Hold on.
Touch it. Let me touch it.
For those of you,
Yeah, I got me
that are
some
not
pressure
watching this,
washer accessories tonight on my way home, so I'm excited.
Right, Will. And my mother used to call my penis my microphone.
My brother used to come up and this my microphone.
Yeah.
Hang on, Brando, which one are you talking into?
This one.
This one.
Does that
Number
help?
The
two,
one in
number
front
three.
of his face.
Which one
The
is
in
that?
front of my fucking ugly ass face.
Hey,
But-
Sassy, tell him which one I farted in front of yesterday.
But your mother.
It wasn't number 3. So you're good.
Sassy sizzle, everybody. If you're not watching this, go ahead. What?
We switched that around for you, Will.
Thank you. That's not mine now.
I love Will more than y'all know. It's not even a homosexual thing. It's just love the guy, the person. You
Yeah.
know? Just a lovely guy. Thank you for the information. We will be using it in content upcoming. I can tell you that.
I like Will's glasses a lot. Them glasses, they make your face.
Yeah,
Without
they do.
I hope you're
Without
lying
those-
because
Mhm.
these are new and I hate them. I cannot stand them.
Your
Yeah,
old
but-
ones suck. I couldn't even stand it. These ones are awesome.
These ones are the best.
Yeah. Yep.
Without
And your
those, I think Jesse was about to say, without those, your face is,
hit.
Your
Yeah,
face
butter
looks
cake.
like a festered butt.
yeah. And that's just coming from Jacob, and he doesn't have a good mic yet.
I thought you was bringing Juggernaut up here. Where's he at?
He's supposed to, but he's scared.
I wished he would, like,
He's like,
I think it was because Ranger said he bought his subs, and now he's
no,
not
he
coming.
Heard his
laughed
feelings.
at that.
Ranger
job,
can be a
Ranger.
dick sometimes, but overall, great fella.
Look, you got a room, Jesse. I'll be there too for that one.
Spoon and
Spooning with
I
you.
was really wanting to go down to. I was really looking forward to this year, like really bad.
Well,
I'm gonna slip you
Acme changed their plans. I don't know what his plans are though.
but somebody's eyebrows are getting shaved.
But
They're
somebody's out. Yeah.
Come up to the trailer
Hey.
park. Y'all are more than welcome at the trailer park.
Hopefully he's coming to see Ranger.
You don't live in the trailer park. Y'all come up
Wait.
here.
He can move over there.
We live in the trailer park,
Yeah.
Jesse.
Now,
Holy crap, guys. Like, did you see y'all's neighbor at the end of your street, their new house decorations that were spray painted?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, the Nazi sign?
The swastikas all over that?
Listen, bro.
Still, wait.
No, no, you shouldn't expose the park. Don't expose the park.
Yeah.
Hey, what's wrong with you, Will?
We
Don't you
are
know the
biracial.
code?
That's what's funny. We're biracial.
Some
neighborhood.
jackass spray painted a swastika on somebody's house, like right
At
right on a main road.
Yeah, on the main road.
Yeah.
that's horrible.
Yeah, there you go. Will took a picture of it.
Hell yeah, I did. 'Cause
And
when
then
Brittany
if
picked
you-
me up today, we were going up the street. She's like, stop at the stop sign. I almost had a wreck when I was coming to get you because I was like,
Do y'all want
But
instant
you can-
drama?
instant drama. How do you do that?
I can just turn it on right now.
Turn it on there, Drama Factory.
I've done forgot what it was. Hey, what did Acme say there?
He says, I definitely want to get together over the GIE
Oh,
dates.
I'm going to
Jesse.
get together with you. All right. You wait, Mayor.
Yes.
I'm going to get together with you in more ways than one.
Yep.
All right. You understand? And that's not sexually.
It's 3 ways from
I-
70.
I called first.
What was the drama I could
Brandon
bring?
wants
Okay.
what?
Let's think. Why am I rolling?
Only if I can get involved.
Look, without drama, we're never going to make it to A&E, Jesse.
That's true. I agree.
You know, and there's a story here. There's characters here. We're waiting for our axemen, what's the swamp people. We're waiting for our time in lawn care to show
Like
our
Honey Boo
story.
Boo.
Yeah, you know, shoot 'em. What would
I was
we
about to say, they're waiting for, shoot him, Hody!
Yeah, but what would we say?
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, it'd be
What would we
about
say?
a bunch of us. It wouldn't just be about
like,
one.
Be like, do him dirty!
It's like edge it, Ranger, edge it.
Can you even edge, bro?
No,
Yeah,
look,
Randall thinks he's edging when he's running around over fast.
I go back over that, Jesse.
Oh.
You know I do. When the camera's off, I go back over it.
You're right, man. I don't know why they haven't painted
Yeah.
over this shit.
Has that? And you could tell they had tried to wipe it off.
I mean, this.
I want to take paint down there
fucking
and
paint
cover.
it.
Hey, look.
Yeah.
Personally, I want to take paint and cover over the swastika
Yeah.
at the end of my road.
Hey, Ranger, you got some white paint? Let's go do it tomorrow.
Why's it got to be white paint, bro?
What?
Someone's trying
White
to-
houses matter too.
Oh, okay.
I just can't believe people live there that haven't done it yet.
Because
Well,
at
probably
first,
some
I
sort of attention. There's probably a viral clip or something to say like, "Look, we're surrounded by racists here and redneck."
You know what happened? You know what happened? The rebel flags went up whenever it was all controversial.
Yeah.
They went up, and I was like, "Here we go."
See,
Making a
BLM came
statement.
through. Well, BLM came through my little town. I live in a town of like 1,200, and like it's like whatever. That's their constitutional right to walk and protest. But
Right.
every single, I never thought this area around here had this much like amount of vitriol. People came out in droves and was like standing out in the middle of the street yelling at them and using very, very explicit language to where I thought like, well, the world has moved past this.
Right.
But I was wrong. I was honestly dead ass wrong. And like, I look at like, I was like, and everybody's like, there's a lot of things about it. And I'm just like, okay, well, there's no point to the other side of the story then. Whether I want to admit to it or not, whether I vote one way or not, there are some people who say some really stupid shit. And it's
I mean,
all
look at 4th Street Live in Kentucky.
Yeah.
You know, last year we were partying there.
This year,
This
they're
year
fucking,
there's going to be militia there.
yeah, rioting and all kinds of
Militia
shit.
with guns and shit that are not. They're pissed off, and there's nobody going to be eating in the restaurants on the street. You know.
I got me a Lone Star stem.
Who's
What
that?
up?
I can't see.
my baby's.
Oh, it's the
Is that
Juggernaut.
the Juggernaut?
What
God,
it
this
do,
guy
baby
takes my
boo?
breath away.
Look how
What's up,
pretty.
Kevin?
What
Take
is
my
up?
breath away.
I bought all
He's
my
got the
stuff,
best
by
name
the
in the
way.
biz,
What did you
Kevin.
do, Ranger? And you took me.
Yeah, I
That-
told
that's
you.
how you get. That's how it happens.
I didn't
Hey man,
hear
how
you.
much did you pay
Doing
for all
mowing
this? I'm
long grass
thinking about
video.
doing it.
I bought it with time that I could have spent with my family. So
That's
you guys
true.
can thank my daughter for that.
Yes.
That's true, kid.
It's the
Hey,
same
that
over here.
swastika's pretty jacked up, and
Yeah.
the oh man, I don't want to dive into that.
Well, it's a
Yeah,
fucking
that's
wrong.
probably not a good conversation.
No.
Yeah.
Let's talk about swastikas, guys.
Yeah, you saved that shit for the deep end, Brando.
No, I won't save it for anything. I talk about what I want to talk about. You know, swastikas don't come up in my head a lot. You know,
No, it's jacked up, man.
I just know I see it on the end of my street, spray painted on the house, and I'm like, "There's a swastika." Should I talk about it on Jesse James's podcast?
Let's talk to the Juggernaut. I got a question for him. Let's
Talk about his jug.
hear my kids screaming in the background. And that's what bring it. He's yelling at me. Being a father and starting a business, like how'd you balance that for the first couple years in business before you started turning any real profit, before you started making any real money? Because I got a 2-year-old here screaming for me, and I'm in the summertime, but I'm off all winter. You know, so
Hey, I had Austin when I started building houses, and his mother or his mother's parents, his grandparents used to say, "Don't be doing that job because you know in construction when it rains, it's just like you guys. You stay at home." They was like, "Why don't you get out and find you a real job?
real, yeah.
Why don't you get out and find you a real job?"
There you go.
So what
That's
did
a
you
good
do,
topic
Juggernaut?
right there.
What did
Letting
Juggernaut
your in-laws micromanage your
In-laws,
business.
yes,
That happens-
in-laws can
happens
really-
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've heard that a ton of times. And when I walked away from a job making like $17 an hour, which was decent,
Yeah.
I was stupid for starting a lawn care business. And what do you think about that? Being a father, starting a business. What's Juggernaut think of that?
As far as being, I felt like a shitty father plenty of times, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, that's
And,
it.
yeah, I think that's a common feeling. I'm sure Rangers felt the same way. Brando, you got kids, don't you?
No, I don't have kids, but I got nieces and nephews, so but I get the break. you
Well, that's
know.
why you're still so young, man. Partying it
No,
up.
Well, because I got plans, man. You know, I want to fucking.
man.
Oh wait, is that Jacob that did that? I've got to talk over our little skits here. But anyway, no, really, Ranger, he can tell you more about his relationships and the trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Oh,
With,
yeah.
with that being a father, what do you think the importance of like maybe spirituality or even religion, if you had to talk on it?
What?
Juggernaut
Who are you talking
or
about?
Kevin, don't matter.
Yeah, I think it's incredibly important to show your kids your point of view, and especially with spirituality, if you're getting into that as well. But you know, like we had our daughter in a private school that was Christian based. You know, it was a pain dealing with them. So now she's in a private school that's close to us. But yeah, I mean, you're just going to have that the whole time your kid's growing up. You want your point of view expressed to them and show them what you think's right, especially nowadays, because everybody has a damn political opinion that is just crazy. Not discounting somebody's political opinion, but I will say it's some craziness sometimes. Like you said with the see, I'm getting into subjects I don't want to get into. Politics are a hard one to get into, but
Yes.
like Black Lives Matter, they'll walk through a city and
Yeah.
you know, I mean, it's not. I think everybody can stand behind the sentiment of it, and that you know they support what it's for, but they don't support the chaos and the crazy stuff that goes with it. Like, I mean, nowadays you're called a racist just for being white. So,
Right.
True.
yeah. So I mean, with any opinion, I try to steer my daughter in the right direction. It's pretty hard with all these YouTubers and stuff, because my daughter will get on YouTube, and
Yeah.
I'm kind of
You're into spirituality and you're into like mindset growth mindset. When I talked
You
about
lost
Carl
me.
Jung at the top of the program, and that growth mindset's an important thing. And you mentioned YouTubers. Like, what do you think is more important, just going through the struggle and learning, or is it buy a course or buy a coaching call? And like, because there is no quick fix, there is no easy answer. But if you look at a lot of these influencers, you see it all the time. Hey, just buy my course, buy my this or that, get into my program, and then we'll help you with your business. Or is it more important just to say, fuck it? You get out there, you earn it, you hustle, you grind, and you fucking fail. You fall on your fucking face. What's more important in today's society? Internet is a tool and a key that we can use.
I have bought a lot of courses, and so I will say there's some benefit in buying somebody else's formula and seeing what they have going on, so that you can kind of skip some of that pain for yourself. But I think a lot of people need to go through the struggle and the afflictions and the hassle of struggling with their own mental mindset and the breakdown of. I mean, if you're going into business and you got a broken mindset, meaning you fell on your ass and your money situation's not right and it kind of hurts, you need to go through the pain of. You need to go through the pain and the struggle so that you can work that out in your own mindset. There's no course you can buy. There's no book you can read. Well, I mean, I read the Bible. I'm gonna tell you right there that in all honesty, when I read the Bible, a lot of my stress and worries, I just wasn't as worried when I got done reading it. Okay, but I will say every self-help book, it all stemmed from that. But other than that, like, if you think you're gonna buy a Grant Cardone book and solve your mental issues, it's not going to happen.
Right. So a little bit.
It's not.
There's nothing wrong with getting into like courses and classes and using the internet as a building tool. But there is no.
The more that I found out about the business, just business wise, it's who you know around your surroundings. It's who you get with. Like you know, most lawn care guys around here get with real estate people, or You know, you want to get where the high clientele is, which around here we have Signal Mountain and Lookout Mountain. That's where all our higher clientele is. You know, we range from, you know, people that are doing all right to, you know, they'll spend $1 million on this one little French door, you know. So
It's crazy, isn't it?
I'm with Juggernaut. It's really about getting out there and living and learning. If you don't really learn by your mistakes, there's no books going to tell you how to handle the type of situation you might be in.
That's true too. You see, I'm just saying, you see a lot of it, like all the time. So
Yeah.
the influencer market is big right now, and it's still growing. I think it's important, but it is something for a new entrepreneur coming up, whether it's lawn care, construction, landscaping. They're everywhere.
Right.
And I
Well-
think someone can be a key.
Part of doing that is making a mature decision. If you're going to buy a course, make a mature decision after you've kind of researched that person. Do they know what they're talking about? Have they been through it? Or what are you wanting to gain from it? Like, are they talking about money? Are they talking about business? How to set up, you know, whatever in your business? Are they talking about marketing? Some people sell courses and they're not actually working. See, the YouTube thing, it's very easy. And I'm not bashing anybody specifically, but because, like I said, I bought a lot of courses. But I will say that there's some people out there, you know, after the whole Ty Lopez thing blew up, people have this similar formula. Look like you're doing it.
Yeah.
Build a program, sell the program.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's really easy to, you know, go out and do something once a week, video it, and make it look like you do it a lot. Because to somebody on YouTube, you're seeing such a narrow window. Like right now, I'm cutting tall grass, and people think that I'm doing that all the time.
Right.
I'm cutting like one a week because that's what YouTube likes. I mean, I'm a people pleaser. If YouTube wants to watch tall grass, I'd rather mow some tall grass and get 100,000 views than mow my weekly yards and get no views. I mean, if I'm going to spend the time editing the same video, why not get 100,000 views versus, you know, 2,000 or 3,000? So yeah, I think because you just have to. I don't want to say, it's not a people pleasing thing, but it's just catering to what somebody actually wants to watch. And mowing grass, just like you said earlier, the moment people start mowing grass, they click off. You know, they're so burnt out on seeing grass and music. Of course, I still have people asking for grass and music. But to me, when you're mowing weekly, you can't even see the grass shooting out of my deck. You know what I mean? So it's just watching the machine go back and forth.
You said your deck, right?
Which is great. That's an easy way to make money.
Yeah, that's true. I want to talk about a little bit of like when you were Stu, and this goes for Kevin as well. When you guys are still new entrepreneurs and you started maybe hiring some people on or getting help, maybe some leadership qualities that you failed at, bad leadership qualities, and maybe some lessons learned along the way.
I think Ranger's got some more experience in leadership than I do. He's been doing it longer.
Dude, I mean, I failed. I mean, a lot of times, but just I like showing people how to do something, and then along the way, I probably went through about 50 people trying to just try them out.
Is there any time that you had someone that you kind of build a relationship with, but you know he's not conducive for the business that you're building, but you let your friendship get in the way?
Well, no, I've had one that was like my niece's boyfriend, and he done real good until like she broke up with him, and he was like a really crew leader type. I already had him trained for like 2 years, and it was about the time I was about to start expanding, and you know they had a little mishap. He went another way.
Yeah.
You know, and since then, you know, I've had people that just suck. They come to work just to fulfill a position.
Now, as a leader, do you sit back and do you try to like encourage these guys to do it, or you just?
I work with them.
He'll cuss them out from time to time. Go ahead.
I usually cuss them out. I mean, as Sassy, he's working with us now. And since him and contracts will be with 3 years, he's been the best one yet.
Yeah. Now, do you think maybe sometimes nepotism's the key to it? Like if you can bring up your friends and family, the people you've known your whole life, versus taking a chance on somebody else, because
No,
I used to have
dude,
a boy working for
I've
you.
had friends and I've had family work for me that I wouldn't even fucking. I hate working family. Just put it that way.
He didn't like my
Dude, a couple years ago, my wife and I were like, no more friends, no more family, no
Yeah.
friends of friends, no
Look,
family friends,
no
nothing.
masturbation.
And
I
now-
had dart buddies that I've helped out, and they would lay out like when I needed them, and this. You cannot help your friends. Just put it that way.
So maybe sometimes
Especially-
nepotism isn't always the best tool.
Yeah.
No.
It's not
I
always
agree.
conducive to helping the friendship or the relationship in a family.
When you come to like being a friend or family, I got a big heart for them. You know, you want to try to. It looks like Ray with Bo.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's got something with Bo there. He's known Bo forever.
Bro, I was going to bring that up. I cannot watch that channel just because of PTSD with having an employee just like that, man.
Oh, really?
That's painful for me to watch.
It puts you on edge.
Yeah, dude, it really does. I had an employee that was just like
but
that.
I'll watch it. I've got to be in the right mood, and I'm going to binge watch his channel.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to go through it and be like, oh man, like.
Oh, come on, Bo, get better this time.
Yeah, whatever. But just their conversations about the deal, you know.
I wish I'd have
I'm
started.
supposed to be there.
I wish I'd have started the Handy Stars about 10 years ago. When
Yeah.
me and C-Buddy used to argue. Me and C-Buddy used to be like Paul Senior and Paul Junior.
Yeah.
It'd be like throwing shit, and he'd speed off from the job site. We'd be arguing, you know, because we're brothers.
Yeah.
So we'd be like, I'm going to do it this way. No, I'm going to do it this way. I'd be like, you're fucking retarded.
Now, how
he's
would
an
that
older brother?
Yeah, he's over
being
here.
brothers? But when you're a partnership with anybody, whether it's brother or friend, it doesn't really matter. It becomes business at that point. Now, how was that? Like, you guys obviously did well at the end. There's no
Oh,
bad.
yeah. I mean, you have your issues. Like, we stem all the way back from Florida. You know, I used to let him be the mouth of Florida because I didn't want to go in there and fuck with those people.
Yeah, mouth of the South.
I'd let him go in there and talk to the secretary. They got all in good with the secretary. We was getting 20% of the job back then, which is good if you're working a $40,000 or $50,000 job.
Yeah.
You know, I'm getting 20% of that.
Yeah, that's good. Now, Kevin, with you're both Kevin. With the Juggernaut, you're working with your brother. It's a change. It's a different shot for you this year than what you've done in your past. How's that been this year for you? Because from highlight reels, it looks really good.
All right, so real fast, I want to say that I support Ray's Lawn Care, and that wasn't me bashing him. I'm just saying because of that, it gives me PTSD, and
Right.
I'm like, I don't know if it's not legit PTSD, but I'm like, no, it's stressful. So here's the thing: when somebody messes up, you have to call them out on their shit, regardless of who it is. So my brother has to have an understanding that because he's working in my business, I work for the business as well. I'm in a position of leadership over him, and it's nothing that he should take to heart if I have to call him out. So, and when it happens, I do it immediately. So
Right.
in the highlight reel, you
Does
see it's
YouTube
smooth.
have an
There's
effect
been a
on
few
this?
times I've edited some stuff out.
Yeah.
Does YouTube
Yeah, I
have an
feel like
effect
I
on your
fail at.
relationship?
Go ahead, Brandon.
Does YouTube have an effect on your relationship in the business, or does it have any? Does it correlate with it?
We tend to goof off quite a bit. Like there's so much that I don't put in my channel, just like now because the formula is just me talking over videos. But I mean, I'm just like anybody else. We live our life, and it's kind of like the Lawn Stars. There's a lot of joking, and I mean,
Yeah.
we're fools, man. But that's a danger zone right there with an employee. Is acting a fool,
Yeah.
letting them think that it's too comfortable.
The
Like,
the friends.
yeah, man, you
You got to keep it under control.
yeah, you do, because it'll go
And
downhill
Brandon-
real fast. You need them to be, if you have an employee, you want them to be in a. It's like an odd balance for me. What I've noticed is that it's like love, respect. So you want them to enjoy the job, hopefully enjoy you as a leader, and then you want them to have a level of respect for you as well, which means you have to bring yourself to a point of maturity that you can actually be a lead. And so, I mean, part of that is, like I said, calling somebody out on something. I do that immediately. I handle it as professional as possible. If I had to wait 10 minutes, I'll wait 10 minutes so that I don't snap.
Yeah.
But I handle it very rapid.
I've had to bite my tongue over contract plenty of times because he couldn't remember like what we did.
I mean, there's
jobs ago, you know, and we're kind of doing the same thing. I'll be like,
there's
no.
times that my brother
when he first started out, it's hard starting out with a greenhorn, especially in your industry also.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. So there's times James he'll be saying something, or just it can be just something that he says, and it rubs me wrong, and I will turn to him, and everybody likes getting rubbed wrong, but no, he'll say something, and I'll turn to him. And I'm like, hey, we can't have that going on, man. You got to knock that off right now, because it'll be cancerous in your business. So I'm sure that you're going through something, and that's why you asked. And so I would say, separate yourself from the emotion of it and do whatever is right for your business.
Because I feel like I'm such a nice guy. Yeah. Actuality is like more like a coward. You know what I mean? Just to be completely blunt, because I don't like confrontation. I'll get into it. I need to get into it. But like when it comes to like friends, I let like friendships or family or something like bleed into, you know how an LLC is supposed to be different. Well, it's like it's all the same. Like I am the business, but then I get treated as if, and I let people walk all over me. So confidence is something that I definitely struggle with in my business, and maybe if there's anybody else out there as well.
Well, you'll get more of a backbone as you go too. You'll get fed up with some of that shit, and it'll come out. You'll finally just say, "Okay, shit, I should have been doing this all along." You shouldn't hold that back.
When Abraham became a star, he gave me so much trouble at work. When he became a star on YouTube, he will not listen to me. I mean, it is out of control. But I cannot.
Because he's an asshole.
I can't have a crackhead. I can't. I gotta have somebody I know. I ain't gotta go behind and worry about. You know. What, Will?
Said that's because he's an asshole. But yeah, I agree with your last statement. No more wormies.
I don't even want to go there in case he's listening.
Come on, Lee Shelton, bring it, buddy.
Yeah, I think I think like growth mindset and like with books, we touched on it in influencers books. I think it's a really important tool, and a lot of people before they do anything, they Google, they YouTube everything, and they do as much research before they even jump into it. So there's a lot of people out there that are finding the Lawn Care Juggernaut channel before they even make that step. There's people probably finding my channel, the Handy Starts channel, and with that, it comes with like reality of it. It's like it's I don't know. It's everything's like kind of different. So it's like easy for people to buy into these certain things versus going out and failing. But talking about books is it you read a certain set of books aside from the Bible, because I agree that's key to it. And it's, if you read a lot of these different books, a lot of the same scenario. But is there any of these books that kind of like, well, this is where I am, complete stop, 180. This has helped me out along the way. You know, like a book or like a course or something.
So I listen to a lot of Audible, but I'll listen to music and stuff too. I mean, like basically I'll burn myself out on music, and then I'll listen to books, and I'll burn myself out on books, and I'll listen to some podcasts, and then I'll burn myself out on that, and I'll go, so you go through phases. Cause like the thing is, when you listen to books, there's been times that I've listened to like something ridiculous, like 130, 140 hours of audio books in a month. And it's just like, when you're done with that, you do that for a couple months straight and you're just fried. And so you have to do something else for a little bit. But yeah, audiobooks has been great for me. And I'm not saying somebody has to listen to the Bible. I was just saying it helped me. And I listened to a bunch of self-help books before I ended up getting to the Bible. It's just people kept repeating verses out of there. And I was like, I listened to it not for a spiritual aspect, because I wasn't religious at all before I listened to that a couple of years ago. I listened to it because I kept hearing these, like, I like learning in parables, or, like little one-liners, what they call them nowadays. But somebody have a one-line phrase, and it doesn't have to be lawn care or business related or whatever. You can learn something from a bum on the street. If you see somebody, I don't care who it is, you can learn something from them. Everybody's got something to teach you. If you got in all honesty, okay, if you have an employee that is a drug addict, you're going to go to work and you're going to be around them every day, and you're going to learn things from that person, and they're going to influence you whether you like it or not. So employee wise, you're going to learn a lot of things you don't want to do, but employee wise, getting back to that, control your mental headspace and your environment, and take ground on it. If somebody is infecting your mindset and where you're at, get it out of there, man. You got to protect it. You got to protect it like you would your body. If you had cancer, what would you do?
Right. Yeah.
You get it cut out.
Yeah.
I mean, if
you
your
listen to these
neighbor,
books while you're mowing,
yeah, I'll listen to them while I'm mowing, or podcast, or sometimes I pop up YouTube. I mean, it's just whatever works for me. I used to have my wife made me cancel Google. She's like, we got Amazon, but I had Google Music, and now I tried to put it back on my phone today, and it's like YouTube Music, and I just want to throw out there that it sucks. But
yeah, it's not good.
but I had like a playlist a couple years ago that was Murder List or something. It was like, and she's like, I don't think you should have that name on it. I'm like, Murder in Lawns.
Yeah.
What do you not get about that?
Yeah, but
I
it's
used to have
murder.
a drinking music list. It was called the Bridge Jumpers, and it was all for like George Jones, like Merle Haggard, all the old school. I call them Bridge Jumpers because I like when I'm drinking. I like the sad, slow.
I'll cry
just
with you, Jesse.
swallow. Yeah, I just want to swallow a 45 and just end it. Like that's the kind of music.
What do you think's in my playlist? The Woods Walkers.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
Yeah, the Woods Walkers, a great band, I'm sure. Sounds
Yeah.
like
I'm sure they are. Is that a Canadian
Yeah,
band? Or can you
hey, what's
elaborate?
so this is for both Kevins.
Well,
some of
he's
the biggest
Ranger.
all right, yeah. Some of the biggest influences that maybe pushed you in one way or the other that kind of turned it around. Maybe a family member, maybe something else. We're talking quite a bit about that. Let's start with the Juggernaut. What's an influence that kind of pushed you? Because you didn't come from a lawn care background. You kind of went to a new city, and then you find yourself you just started your business. What were some of the influences in that?
What, in starting a business?
Yeah, starting a business and letting you know that, hey, I can actually make this work, because you're in the beginning, you're full of fucking trash, but something that influenced you to say, okay, I can make this happen.
I don't know. I think everybody has. If you start a business, you had a spark for that, even at a young age. I can almost guarantee it. But for me, my mother-in-law, she was a contractor when I started up. So when I talk about working for a contractor, I try not to say to my mother-in-law, because I don't. There was some bitterness in the beginning with the way things played out, but she's been an awesome influence for me. But my first job, she was remodeling a house. So like she'll do crazy remodels too. Like she'll completely gut it out. And like the first job I actually worked on when I actually came here, not the first job that got me going and got me sparked up to come here, but the first job I actually worked on was a remodel for a bathroom, and it was a $70,000 remodel. So that's the kind of crazy cool stuff that she gets to work on. So that was pretty cool. But what drugged me to Tulsa is she gave me that little itch that I could be in business for myself kind of thing.
Right.
And she subcontracted me to come in to this project, and there was a pond in the backyard. And she knew like I was really into aquariums, and I built ponds with my dad as a kid. So I came in, and I'm sure I made no money, I think. But, like I was driving from Kansas to Tulsa a couple hours away, and then doing it on the weekends while I was working at my other job. And I was hauling rock from like, the landscape supplier to the job in the back of my Mustang and stuff like that. So I was tearing my vehicle at the same time, but it was cool. And I was like, Rachel, I made $1,500.
Right.
You know what I mean? In reality, I had no idea the expenses. So, I didn't make a dime. But anyways, that was probably the initial trigger that was pulled, and a couple months later I ended up moving to Tulsa, which was a nightmare. But you know, it's all for the best. Between that and things that were going on in my personal life, I thought that was the best move. So my mother-in-law, I'd say she's been a huge influence for me continuously. And man, I was talking about this with you guys mentioned, you know, I think Ranger was saying it earlier when I was talking about your in-laws micromanaging you. Have you guys ever had somebody that you're insecure about them seeing you not physically working? Like you're working your ass off every day. For me, that was the person I was like, my wife would be like, hey, she's coming over here. Shit, I got to leave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My father-in-law would say, I do the same thing with my father-in-law still today.
I just mow the grass. I mow
What
acres of
about you,
grass.
Mr. Ranger? Major influences that keep you going when maybe your head was full of like trash and you just kind of maybe want
Okay, it was an influencer, but it didn't really keep me going. But
not an influencer, but someone who influenced you.
A drug dealer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
In Florida, I got to see how much shit that he had.
A different world.
And I was like, really? I said, you're just sitting here selling this.
Yeah, it was wild.
But it made me want to go after it in a legal way, you know.
Right, perfectly legal.
But yeah, I used to have to bounce for a drug dealer in Florida.
More
I got
illegal.
to see, I got to see a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm. I believe you're good on the staff.
I'm gonna tell you guys a story real quick. So one of my earliest memories as a kid, I was probably like 3, maybe 4. I don't know, somewhere in that range. And I was playing in the house across the street. My dad was at the dinner table, you know, with the guy or whatever, and both my parents were there. And I just assumed they were playing cards or whatever, hanging out. But my earliest memory is like flying paper airplanes in that house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to my dad one time. I'm like, hey, Dad, do you remember making airplanes over at that guy's house across the street? And he's like, yeah. He's like, we were cutting bricks of coke up. And I had no idea, man. I mean, I'm like a little kid, but
what the
you know,
foundation of bringing you up for business is all about. You know?
dude. I mean, there's money there.
Doing coke off the Atari.
It was so weird to meet. You know, well, it wasn't weird to meet a person down there like
PS4.
Florida, but for him to, he walked up to us and he was like, "Y'all are Georgia boys, ain't you?" He was like, "Yeah, you know what's up?" Well, he was
I'm
like,
losing you.
Yeah, I don't understand.
"I don't either." What are you talking about?
Breaking up.
Hello.
Hey, check 1 2. Jesse, the outlaw.
You're just lagging.
Really? You know what? I feel like I'm always lagging behind.
Jesse, that's laggy.
Hey,
Brando. Nobody else is laggy.
Brando, you gotta speak up.
Hey, Will.
Yeah, baby.
Am I laggy?
No, you're not. It's Jesse.
No.
Jesse, you need to tighten up the ship if we're going to come out here and discover new worlds. You know,
We're trying to discover it. I'm waiting for some of Will's answers too.
oh, God, Will's got so much.
I do want to answer. My cousin's calling me. Hang on one sec.
Oh, you.
So Jesse, are you coming to Georgia the week of GIE?
I'd like to. There's a lot. The last weekend of October, I'd really like to. I need to kind of
virus
get
has
away
calmed down,
as soon as the leaves are done. I'm
I'd
going
like a
to
hug.
Michigan. It's fucked for Brian's event that he's got coming up. So that's the first
Hopefully you
weekend
can
of
make it.
November. But I'd like to go down. I'm trying to work out a deal with Ray. I need to call him.
I think Float is coming up this weekend.
I didn't even know you guys had what we got something going down there the GIE weekend then.
Yeah, a dildo party.
We're hoping it's not set in stone.
It's a lot of
What's
dildos.
going on in Louisville? I saw Acme say something was going on crazy there.
The riots, and the
Militia.
I guess
Oh, I didn't know
People-
they was getting crazy like that.
there was some woman killed there, wasn't there?
Yeah, no, it was.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Breonna Taylor, she was
Yeah,
killed by a
Breonna
Yeah.
Taylor, one of the biggest.
Yeah.
And they're on 4th Street Live, where we were partying at the GIE last year. And now,
Without me.
Without Will, because we didn't invite him. He was
Will, you
working
didn't
for a
go with
ninja.
your previous employer? He didn't take you down there?
He went.
I followed him around. Yeah, because like that was the cool thing. Holy shit! I have some big news on that front. I heard today.
Go ahead.
Well,
Well, if you soak that in hot water, it'll slide
I
right
was
in.
just
buddy.
sitting there thinking about heating it up. I'm like, I don't fucking feel like doing this shit because I
You're
got.
making me mad
I
at you.
You should have lubed it up.
Yeah. I'm getting real mad at you right now.
Why are you getting mad at me?
Just seeing you struggle.
Hang on. I
You
got
some
my.
KY. You got some KY.
No,
right there
I
beside
have
you.
something better. I have my Lawn Stars approved methamphetamine torch.
Okay. Hit that.
I was wondering where my lighter went.
No, this ain't yours, motherfucker. This is like the dildo one, man.
If you come on Lawn Stars tomorrow night at 9, I'm going to tell you about me tripping on shrooms for the first time. Go ahead. At work. Go ahead.
I really want to try shrooms.
And that's why you have to be very quick to address things at work. Don't be afraid to tell your employee.
Yeah.
Hey, Ranger.
Yo.
Saturday morning, not tonight. Or not tomorrow night.
That's bullshit.
You know what I'm talking about.
Wait, what are you guys
Okay.
doing tomorrow?
I got you.
Do what?
What are you guys going to be building tomorrow?
Tomorrow
Same
we're
shit we're
working.
doing today.
Yeah, we're working at a cemetery house. We're turning it into an office.
Ah,
I'm putting in the fart fan.
Yep.
This has been wonderful, Jesse.
does,
Straight up wonderful.
how's Will doing? Is he a natural, or are you going to have to let his ass go?
He's actually pretty natural. He's very knowledgeable. Pretty good.
Something else.
Yeah.
You're gonna have only a dose of Will.
We just got to keep him off the phone.
If you can overdose on Will.
Oh, yeah, you can. That's easy to do.
Together.
Yeah, Big Mo's got it under control.
What does he have under control? Tell me.
You know. Don't play.
Oh, what?
Cody. Don't
I'm not playing.
Yeah, he's so. Look, I'll tell you something about Will right now. He's a good guy. He's just emotional as all get out.
He keeps muting himself. I don't know what his deal is.
He's
Who,
trying to say
McLovin?
something deep right now too.
McLovin.
He hit his own mute button.
He's about to mime it.
He's scared.
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on right now.
But he can't point him out right now. This is not good for his esteem.
Okay.
Self-esteem. Yeah. Go Texans.
Hell yeah, go Texans.
Got rid
Sure,
of the best
Kev
wide
down there
receiver.
didn't like the Texans very much.
Yeah, the
So-
DeAndre Hopkins trade puzzled me. Really did.
Yes,
I-
yes, to say the least. That
You don't even
was
know
stupid.
what the fuck I'm talking about, do you?
Me or him?
I don't know, but Juggernaut does. Tell us about when you're coming up with your business plan. Do you decide to work or do you not work in the morning?
Well,
Because it's
I will say that when you're coming up with a business plan, I would highly suggest that you incorporate working somehow.
Yeah.
But what if you don't want to work?
Yeah, that's something I've been through. There's those days where you don't want to go to work.
Isn't it amazing though that you have the decision to do what you want to do? Like the customer is going to go along with whatever you fucking say. That's what I love about it.
That's true.
My customers love me because I don't talk to them. You know,
I was about to say, you're fucking standoffish as hell.
No, I'm not stoned. Dude, they love me. When I'm 20, I come in like a wrecking ball, and with my charm, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna kill this nest over here. I saved your."
And
kid's
then
life."
now you're like 72 and you're like, get off my fucking yard.
Yeah, I tell the customer to go the fuck back in when I'm mowing.
Yeah,
There is
get the-
one old lady that I know. She always bothers me. So I just put my headphones in and act like I can't hear her. Just
Yeah.
keep walking. She just
Do you
never
blow
shuts
Do you
me
blow
down.
grass on her?
Hey, can I tell a quick story, please?
Did you blow grass on her on the way by?
Yeah, that's
I
cruel.
haven't. No, but
cruel.
I should.
So, whoops.
Can I tell
I
about the
didn't
big
see
Mo
it.
old lady in the window story? Just
Oh,
real
yeah,
quick. I'm
oh,
gonna make
yeah.
it fast.
Yeah.
Okay. So Big Mo, when we worked for this big lawn
Hey.
company that Ranger told you about, what the fuck are you going to say, Will?
I have to get to the gas station by 10:45, or I'm out of fucking cigarettes. So,
Okay, call me, man.
all right, are y'all going to be on for a few?
Of
Maybe.
course. It's my big.
Okay,
big
I'll-
news on the podcast.
Hurry up, real fast.
Go.
Yeah, I'll be back.
None.
Well,
Run. Okay, so Big Mo, we worked for this big company and he was mad. He couldn't get the mower up the hill. It kept sliding down in the backyard, and he starts fucking like he's almost trying to keep my cussing at a minimum. He starts cursing so bad, like, "Mom, F this, F that. I don't give a F about this damn guy's mower." You know, he didn't care if it got up the hill or if it didn't. He was about to go back to the shop. And meanwhile, an old lady was peeking. I was watching from the street, and an old lady was peeking out the window right when he started going at it. C word this. He was saying
yeah.
this.
Oh, yeah.
And the old lady was terrified. She's watching this. And what I learned from this is, and I've got in trouble for this from the boss. He's got me by the lapel and fucking dragged me. You've got to watch out for when people watching you while you're mow.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't just talk what you want to talk. Your employee can't just say what the fuck he wants to say. You know, you got to watch out. That's the biggest thing you got to tell an employee. You know, somebody's always listening out the window. You know. So, but Big Mo really went at it on that old lady that day. He continues to this day to wreak havoc. He is the wizard, the
Hey.
professor.
Hey,
The wizard.
back in the day, Big Mo had long hair. I'm talking about like
He was in a heavy metal band back in the day.
He would take his hair and hold it.
Over to the side so it wouldn't suck him in the blower.
Yeah, he would hold it with one hand and blow with a backpack blower on the other hand so it wouldn't suck up in the blower.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
his
was a
hair was
guy.
down to his ass. That's how long his hair was.
Yeah.
It was. It
He's
was
seen Eddie get his long hair sucked into the blower and said, "I'm not."
oh
getting
yeah,
scared today."
yeah. We've had a.
The
God.
old school blowers.
Yeah, I got an
the
old
ones
lady.
that
She
would
just don't shut the hell up.
Yeah.
I got that. I actually got another lady I just dropped. Like, she would sit and talk to me about nothing for 20 minutes while I'm trying to mow the grass. And I'm just like, I dropped her yesterday. I felt bad, though.
Does she see the disgust on your face when she's walking out? And you
She
going,
don't
"Fuck,
care
oh,
about
really?"
nothing. And then she asked me to move her horse trailer and this around and that around. And I was like, whatever. Like, it's just.
Did you say extra?
No,
Yeah,
I got
money.
scared and I just left. And she keeps calling me and I haven't answered any of her phone calls.
Me and Big Mo used to drive an old lady to the grocery store after we get done.
Then
mowing.
that old lady's probably sitting on more money up under a mattress than you even know about.
Yeah.
She probably would have made you hefty.
Yeah. If you do a little.
I had a
extra,
customer ask me to pick him up a bottle from the liquor store one time.
You do it?
That's crazy.
Like, are you kidding me?
Is this when you first started?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Until you learned, I'm not going to the store.
No, no way, dude. Not now.
It just
I'm
felt like
desperate at the
everybody's a
beginning.
little big.
Most of the people I work for, they'll be like, there's beer in the fridge there if you want it.
Yeah, I've actually drank with my people, and I've made a
That's
little
cool.
video about it. But what's the rules on that? As long as I figured, as long as you don't get hammered, fuck it.
Yeah,
right?
you just drink one, you know.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
three. Yeah, I want our
If you got
couple.
if you got 4 more yards left in that same neighborhood, go for it.
Yeah.
He's going to grab a beer right now.
I mean,
Dude, Brando reminds me of my Uncle Tom, man.
It probably is your Uncle Tom.
Reminds me of my carpet laying Uncle Tom. Drinking him wild.
oh yeah.
Keep everybody busy. The Kevins. I'll be right back.
I don't know about that, man.
We
Man, it was
me
like,
and Juggernaut could do that.
It was all wild, and then I came in, and it all calmed down.
You know how Jesse does. He just calms down. He can't keep the flow. Oh, Jesse.
So how you been doing, man?
Great. So what I was telling Jesse, we're doing some wood plank on some ceilings. It'll be coming up soon.
That's cool. Like that shiplap stuff.
Yeah.
How's Pinterest affecting your business?
Oh, dude. you get those housewives in there and say, "Can you do this, and that?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, for this." And they're like, I'll try to do it myself, and I end up going back and fixing it for more money.
Yeah. Yeah,
There's so many DIYers since this COVID, this pandemic we had, and a lot of people don't know what the hell they're doing.
Bring me a beer.
A lot of people I'm noticing. They're like, "Can you come over here and see what my husband put up?" Isn't that right? I'll be like, "No, that's not how you do it."
Give me a beer.
Yeah, you're gonna burn your house down like that.
Right. You'd be surprised. I was telling Jesse we manage 171 properties. You'd be surprised at all these what I want to say, these younger generation that don't know how to use a plunger.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's $75 for me to go out there and show them how to use a plunger.
Is that your like if someone calls you just to come check something out, is it $75 service call?
75 then plus parts.
So how do they act when you say that? Be like, all right, yeah, I'll come check it out, but whether we can do the job or not, you're paying me whatever.
It depends on how close. If it's close and I can't do the job, I won't charge them the 75.
Right.
It's the only way I'm really going to hit that 75 if I'm going to do the job, because I'm going to throw the parts in there.
I seen Vic from Quick Cuts. I don't know if anybody watches his channel. He's really good. He said that he does a scheduling fee to a lot of, like, his new clients, and I thought that was an awesome idea. It's a $20 one-time scheduling fee, and that eliminates a lot of tire kickers and anybody who ain't serious before they even go do the estimate or anything. He said, just for me to put you on the books, it's going to be $20 credit card.
Yeah.
And
Some people like that. You're going to get the higher clientele in those. You know what you could do in a lawn service is what the guy that we used to work for did. He got them under contract for the whole year.
Yeah. Did he do contract or like service agreements? And what's the difference between a service agreement versus a contract? It seems like the same thing.
It's pretty much the same thing. He would say, "You're going to pay me the set price all the way through the winter," and we would go out there and pick up sticks if they didn't need mowed, or we would go ahead and take care of their leaves. If there was any failing after the final cleanup.
So how's Georgia winters?
Very cold.
Yeah, you guys got some snow last year, ain't you?
Like you would do your last cleanup. Well, I mean, I don't know. Here lately, it's been warm. It's been pretty decent. But like you would do your last cleanup come what, November, if that. It depends on what leaves fall.
Yeah.
And around here, you got different trees, so you got different trees.
Have you ever set your mower on fire with leaves? Anybody?
No.
I have.
With leaves? I've had my mower catch on fire, but it wasn't from leaves.
Engine?
His caught on fire. His caught on fire.
It was having issues, and I was like, okay, I can get it to the trailer while it's running if I just spray carb or just spray ether in there. So like I was shooting ether in it to keep it running while I'm trying to, get my walk behind pulled in the back.
I bet it's stressful, man. I mean, I could feel your stress during that time. I hate when you don't know how you're going to get the next yard done because your mower tore up. It's good to have two mowers. It really is.
Don't you hate mulching? And I don't see how you do that shit, Kevin, with that damn vacuum. I bet that's dusty as hell.
Oh yeah, man, I'll trash it out.
Yeah.
What is the best way to get the leaves out?
The box?
Yeah.
Dude, did you see my last setup with the flatbed truck? I don't take my trailer off, man. There's too many damn thieves where I'm at. Like, you drop your trailer, it'll be gone. I'll drop it at the dump, go to clean out the back of the box, and I guarantee it'd be gone by the time I got done. You know what I mean? So I don't drop my trailer for nothing. And people are like, well, why don't you just drop your trailer and hook up to a pallet? Well, one, it's a government dump, and they won't let you hook a pallet up to a chain and a log and all that. They just won't do it, man. So it's too much liability for them. But yeah, we just climb in it, blow it out, kick it out, do whatever. But when we had the flatbed, we had the doors on the side.
Yeah.
So we just shoot it out the side of the truck. Dude, that setup was awesome.
Oh, I bet.
See,
What
'cause I
about
got
the
an
one,
extra-
what
Go
about
ahead.
one of those setups, Jesse, that you crank your little bed that has the little thing that pulls it out? Yeah.
I picked up
You
one of
see
those
those?
today. I don't know if it's going to be worth it or not. But it's like $44 at Harbor Freight. And I was like, I'll give it a shot.
So it is like those you crank, you pull it out, and it just pulls it from the bed.
Yeah.
Conveyor belt.
Okay.
Yeah.
I always that looked pretty like it'd work somewhat.
I'm going to see. I don't know. We get a lot of weight in the back of that truck with those leaves, man.
See, we
Like
haul a
mulched
lot
up leaves are stupidly heavy.
Oh, I bet we haul a lot of gravel and shit, and I think that would be great for it. Pea gravel.
Yeah.
What's
I was
wrong
there
with
looking
these
for
cowboys?
the mesh tarps today, and I figured, well, it's only $44. Try it out. It might work.
Have y'all been watching Keith Kalfas lately?
Not no
I don't know. Here and there, I'll watch different people. What's going on?
God, he got extremely entertaining. He went crazy. He's going crazy. You should watch his last video.
What?
It's amazing.
What are you talking about?
I just thought I'd bring up Keith Kalfas. His last video, he starts like offering his wife up, I think. Dude, y'all got to go check into this.
Yeah.
I'm not a drama guy usually,
Uh-huh.
but I would like to bring this. Watch his last video. You'll understand. You'll understand everything.
The
Go
why
watch
your
my
first
video.
year in the landscape business?
Huh?
Why your first year in the landscape business sucks
Oh yeah.
and everybody hates you and you suck? That video?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He goes crazy. I think he's sleep deprivation. Yeah. And
Dude,
he's
Keith's a
on-
cool dude, man. Have you guys met him in
Yeah.
person yet?
He seems like he's on White Cross.
Well, we didn't really get to meet him in person. We seen him at the GIE. We like passed him. I think we walked
We
past
passed him.
you a couple times.
Who? Juggernaut?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know why we didn't really know him then.
Yeah.
I
was under the radar at the time.
Yeah, he was flying under the radar, which I knew like a lot of people that I was wanting to see, like RPM improvements. I don't know if you know those guys.
No, but I know they got improvements.
Juggernaut, he was on my list.
Yeah,
I didn't really know who Lawn Stars was until I got back from the GIE, man. I think I'd seen you guys like once or twice, but
I'm sorry that you had to find out.
Yeah,
it was like one of the parody videos that sucked me in. I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah. We have to do that though. You have to suck. You know, it's the way you learn.
You gotta suck it first.
I'm learning from Big Mo. Every sucky shit he puts out, I learn from.
Yeah, that Big Mo, he don't care who pull punches. Like he says some stuff that's just like super cringe.
It puts you on the edge, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But you know, you could say cringe, but it's only if you like the person he's going after. You know?
Yeah, like Mama Sumo, have no idea who she is, and I cringe because I just think, man, if that was my wife or if that was my mother, I'm just like, he's going hard after this random lady. But I don't have the relationship with him that
Right,
y'all.
and you also don't know the reason why he goes.
No, I have no, and I'm just looking at it. I'm just like, damn, he don't.
It's just
accused us of.
It's just
the original Mama Sumo accused
it's
us
just
of being
fictional characters, guys. Fictional characters.
Yeah, fictional characters that are based on real people that we want to fucking get back at.
That's what I'm saying. You guys don't give a fuck.
No.
That's the thing about it.
Right, but it's going to cost us subscribers. But we'll make it. Right, Ranger?
Yes.
We'll make it holding hands, you know.
That's all that matters, as long as you're hand holding.
Mm-hmm. It's like Hands Across America or something.
Yep. We're gonna unite
Right.
the whole America with holding hands.
Mm-hmm. Juggernaut. You got anybody by you can hold hands with?
Got any what?
Get someone you can hold hands with. We're going to do it now. Sassy, grab my left hand. Grab my right hand, Ranger.
Let's do
okay. Grab your penis, Jesse.
I got it
Okay.
already. I'm left-handed.
We want to say hands across America, except for Jesse. He's got his penis in his hand. See, that's a risk. That's what I call a risk. Saying that.
Right.
You know?
That is a risk.
It could work, but 90% chance people are going to look at you like, I can't handle this. You know? But that's what living on the edge and realizing you ain't shit.
She does look great in those glasses.
What? Who?
Oh,
Wait, who said she?
Acme.
Acme said she.
Yeah.
So use the word she.
Doesn't she look great in those glasses?
Is that how you identify?
Andrew says, nice red lenses, King
The
Brando.
mayor worries me. You know, he worries me a lot. You go to his house, he's like, "Hey,
I like the mayor.
the doctor said my testosterone was 20%."
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Uh,
What did he say do for that? He's like, "These pills," and I'm like, "Well, take your medicine." You know, and he's like, "Well, 50% chance of stroke." And I say, "Mayor, that's a problem." I said, "Is there any other options?" And he says, "You think I should?" I shouldn't finish. This is Jesse's podcast. I shouldn't finish this.
no, you shouldn't. Suspense.
Yeah, suspense. I'll leave you in. The mayor is very into me right now. It's obvious. He thinks I look real good in my glasses.
Janis Joplin, he said.
Oh, Janis Joplin, huh?
Yeah.
What was one of the songs she sang? Billy Joe, the Tallahassee Bridge. Look at my glasses, and you think sexual thoughts, Mayor. What is wrong with you?
I don't think he's thinking sexual.
What are you thinking? You better have something quick, Ranger.
Are the lenses hearts?
Hold on, we're going to come
He
up with
said,
something.
yes, they are hearts. He said, I think he stole them from Elton John.
Oh, really?
How do you gain access to that bedroom,
If I
though?
ever see Ben again, which will be soon, come over here. We're going to sing to you.
Ben.
Benny and the Jets.
Benny and the Jets.
Yeah, that's coming out. Benny! Benny!
Benny!
Benny!
Benny and the Jets.
Say something, Jesse.
I'm just listening.
Oh, next question.
Ben,
Yeah.
did you cancel your Airbnb? Are you coming to see us?
Are you coming to see us?
You gotta say that louder.
Are you coming to see us? And enough of that testosterone trick you're trying to pull on me to play with your butthole.
Well, it wasn't my butthole.
Yeah. And I'd like to give a shout out to KH. Hey.
Hello, KH, if you're listening. We love
Does she
you.
still have the belt? Is what I've been trying to find out. Is KH still have the?
She still has the belt.
So who's gonna take down KH?
I'll give it a try.
I was supposed to toe wrestle her while I was out there, but it never happened.
I'm going to wrestle her physically. If Ben will allow me. But Abraham has said way worse than I've said tonight. Let's just say
Jesse?
that.
I'll throw some bows, man.
Yeah, Macho Man.
Yeah.
Belts, but
You
I
look
don't-
like the Macho Man or something. What wrestler?
Hello,
You look like Jim the
Sassy,
Anvil
Andrew
Neidhart,
says.
Juggernaut. What?
Hello, Sassy, Andrew says.
Hey, Sassy.
Hello, Andrew.
Tell Andrew what he means to the lawn care world.
Yeah, Andrew, you're my hero.
Yep, mine too. Go ahead, Austin. I mean, what's his name?
Sassy.
Sassy. Go ahead, Sassy. Tell him. This is what happens when you live in a world of dimensions beyond your mind. You know, it's like
This
Pink
is the
Floyd.
fourth
Not everybody can listen to a Pink Floyd album. You know.
Yeah, I'm one of them. I don't like them or Tool.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you're not going to be able to watch a Lawn Stars if you're not in tune with fucking just what you don't even understand.
Did you say you don't like Tool?
I've never listened to them.
Really?
Well, that's the problem.
Right? They seemed weird. I listened to like couple. One of my cousins is really like, she goes to Warped Tour, if that makes any sense at all. So like,
I don't know what that is.
yeah, she's different. She's like punk rock and like that kind of scene. She looks like she listens to that music. And so she listens to it. I just assumed I don't like it.
I saw them live on their 10,000 Days tour. It was life changing.
Was it really?
No, it was awesome. It really was. The only song I knew of Tool when I went there was like Sober, the only one that ever played on the radio.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was awesome. I think I was like 16 at the time. Obviously high.
Yeah,
You know.
Sassy was the same way with John Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like a country road, take me home. You know, and it was a time in his life where he was going down a rocky road.
Yeah, I can get John Denver.
Yeah, he was on a lot of coke and meth. And the ninjas knew it. That's what the worst part about it was. Yeah.
Acme said Pink Floyd is probably the greatest band of all time.
Yeah, they're really good, but you have to be fucked up to listen.
Yeah, eat the shrooms and listen to that.
See,
Tool
is the modern day Pink Floyd.
Yes.
Yeah.
agree with that.
Tool's very popular.
Last time I listened to music, honestly,
Huh?
I don't know the last time I listened to music.
Oh,
Music.
you're more into country, aren't you? Which I listen to country too, but
Used to be. It was probably the last time I listened to music a couple years ago. Last time I went to Nashville, and it's just like, ever since then, this ain't the talk radio podcast. All I listen to.
You don't
They
know
do,
this is easy listening.
they do Rocklahoma here in Oklahoma, and it's like, you know, I wouldn't say like Ozfest, but they'll have like the same type of bands, right? And when I came here, I was really into music, long hair. Well, I had long hair, and then I cut it off before. So,
Freak.
but you know, I played in rock bands and stuff, and I was like, I'm not gonna ever miss a Rocklahoma. I haven't been to one. Not one of them. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah,
All
I
that long hair.
seen Hank Jr. live 10 years ago, and he was so fucking hammered. Like, it was like, when I finish this bottle, he put a bottle of Jim Beam. He says, when I finish, then this is gone, I'm gone. And Hank Jr. went out there, he rocked it out. Dude, he rocked it out. It was awesome. It was like a great show. Then I seen Jamie Johnson, and they was doing the same show. And, like, it was just great. Jamie opened for him, and it was awesome. Like, it was probably 15 years ago now. More. I don't know, 10 years ago. I don't know. It was great. It was awesome. Yeah, it would have been 10 years ago. I was just like 21.
Do you know who Puddle of Mud is?
Yes.
I thought they were going to be good live. But, you know, a band named after shooting up heroin, they weren't good live.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't know
sucked.
that.
She fucking hates me.
Yeah.
That was like one of the first songs I learned how to play on my Get Fiddle.
Yeah.
Nope, they sucked live. That dude was so messed up.
Yeah, in high school, that's all I listened to was like that weird rock and the Doors. It was like the Nirvana and the Doors is pretty much all I listened to in high school. I was like that weird hippie burnout kid that like that super long curly hair.
Jesse is strange and everyone.
People are strange. I was thinking the same thing. People are strange when you're a stranger.
Your singing career is not going to take off. I have a feeling.
Yes, it will.
But Jesse, what a wonderful podcast. How long have we been going?
We've been going for 2 hours and 37 minutes.
We've train wrecked it
My
here and
wife
there,
hates
have
me
some
now.
great spots.
Your wife hates
Sassy
you. My
actually
wife
brought
hates
the
me.
podcast up. Sassy's done a great job.
Sassy
his
hand. He
presence.
hadn't said a fucking word.
It's his
Yes.
presence that it just is enlightening.
Right. It's
Yeah.
it's the red U in his hair.
I think it's
the
beautiful.
purplish red. Yeah, it's like my balls. It's got the purplish hue. That's the way his hair does. It's like red.
Nothing
Yeah.
like your balls.
Yeah, flop them out.
Know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
Flop them out, man.
So
Wow.
anything else?
Who reins it in with the Lawn Stars? Like, who says, no, we can't go that far?
No.
No.
We keep telling each other that, and then one surprises the other and goes too far.
Yes.
Every time.
Yeah.
We say no, 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 and then another person does it.
Hey,
Right
who's
with
the
it.
lawn circus guy that tried to make you mad, Brando?
Let's see. He's a big fucking dick. If we're allowed to say that on this episode.
I seen you guys I seen him trying to goat you on Instagram. I'm like, uh-oh. Someone's going after the king.
Yeah, he said I was Samurais for life.
I seen that. I was like, uh-oh.
I'm like, I'm not that skilled, and I don't know who did it. It might be One Love for all I know.
Right.
And it probably is.
Hey,
He's the
it's-
biggest troll on here.
yeah, he's great. I love it. Oh, well, fuck it. We're just sitting here listening to dead air. Let's end it.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, it was great, man. I love it, dude. I love talking to y'all guys.
Yes.
I love
Very
listening
awesome.
to Sassy talk.
I love Sassy more than you know.
Sassy's full of words.
Sassy's soul
He
is
says a
wild.
lot of words.
Brando, you want to
Full knowledge.
Brando, you want to close this out with a
We came up with that, by the way.
You did great.
We wrote that whole Wapachaw thing.
Later, Agby.
We didn't steal it from another.
You guys need some more sponsors, though.
Oh yes, we agree.
I didn't like the Edible Buenos. I bought a pack, and it just wasn't like the real thing.
What about the man ponds?
Can't find them.
You
I
go stick
like
in
the
your butt,
pussy
not your
energy.
pee hole. Yeah, Abraham thinks you stick in your pee hole.
Yeah, Abraham's butt is pee hole.
Wapachaw.
Oh,
You guys need the